Welcome to the Network Hacking from Scratch. I'll be your guide on this exciting journey into the world of network hacking. Whether you're a curious beginner or an IT professional looking to sharpen your skills, this course is designed for you. We'll be diving deep into both Wi-Fi and wired network hacking using the powerful and versatile Kali Linux. Our mission is to transform you from a beginner into a network hacking pro. We'll cover everything from basic Linux commands to advanced hacking techniques incorporating the latest methods and AI-driven tools. Here's a sneak peek of what you'll learn in the course. Setting up and mastering Kali Linux, hacking Wi-Fi networks, capturing handshakes and cracking passwords, conducting man-in-the-middle attacks and intercepting network traffic, using AI-driven tools for predictive analysis and automated attacks. Throughout the course, we'll blend theoretical knowledge with practical hands-on exercises. You'll not only learn how to hack but also using the principles behind each technique, making you a well-rounded and knowledgeable hacker. Are you ready to dive into the world of network hacking? Let's get started and become the masters of the battlefield. Enroll now and take your first step towards mastering network hacking with Kali Linux. See you in the course. Why learn network security? It's essential for safeguarding digital assets and understanding the complexities of cyber threats. This online course covers key aspects like recognizing and defending against malware, phishing, and DDoS attacks. You will gain practical skills and tools such as Metasploit, Wireshark, and Nmap, and learn best practices for network security, including the implementation of security protocols like SSL, TLS, and VPNs. This course prepares you for valuable certifications like CEH and CISSP, significantly enhancing your career prospects. Understanding legal and ethical considerations ensures responsible practice in the field of cybersecurity. Throughout hands-on projects and simulations, you'll gain real-world experience, making you proficient in identifying and mitigating vulnerabilities and developing robust incident response plans. Engaging with a community of cybersecurity professionals and will facilitate continuous learning and knowledge sharing. Staying updated on the latest trends and technologies in cybersecurity is crucial, and this course helps you stay ahead. In summary, learning network security equips you with the necessary skills to protect digital infrastructure, advance your career, and contribute to the overall security of the digital world. Hello and welcome. In this video, let's take a look at network basics and introduction to networking concept. So, what is a network? A network is a group of computers and other devices connected together to share resources like files and printers and communicate with each other. The internet is the largest example of a network connecting millions of devices globally. In the second slide, we have types of network. The first one is LAN, local area network. Covers a small geographical area like a home or office. So in the second point we have wide area network. WAN covers a large geographical area like cities or countries. So one country is connected to another country where the data is shared over a network. So this is called a WAN. So the internet is a WAN. So metropolitan area network. MAN spans a city or a campus. In the fourth point we have personal area network, PAN, used for personal devices within a range of a few meters like Bluetooth devices, which you already know. Network components, devices, computers, servers, smartphones and tablets. Media, the physical pathways, cables, Wi-Fi signals that connect devices. Network interface card, NIC, hardware that allows a device to connect to the network. So this NIC, network interface card, is basically in every computer or system or your smartphone, which allows us to get connected to the internet like Wi-Fi. And switches, devices that connect multiple devices within a LAN, local area network. Routers, devices that connect different networks and direct data traffic between them, like routers as such as your Wi-Fi routers, which help us get connected to the internet. And network topologies, the layout of devices in a network. Star, all devices are connected to central hub or a switch. Bus, All devices are connected to a single central cable. And ring. Each device is connected to two other devices forming a ring, and we have mesh in the last. Every device is connected to each other. And next we have network protocols. So you need to remember a few of the terms like TCP, HTTP and HTTPS and FTP. You can just by heart or save them anywhere or take a screenshot of the video. So rules that define how data is transmitted and received over a network. In the first we have TCP or IP, transmission control protocol or internet protocol, which you already know, IP addresses, the foundational protocol for the internet. And next we have HTTP and HTTPS, hypertext transfer protocol, and secure, which is hypertext transfer protocol secure for HTTPS, which is used for accessing websites. Usually HTTPS websites are more secure than HTTP. And in the third point we have FTP, file transfer protocol, used for transferring files online over a network. And in the fourth we have simple mail transfer protocol, used for sending mails like your Gmail or your Yahoo Mail or your email. And in the fifth we have domain name server, so which translates domain names into IP addresses. So yeah, in the next we have IP addresses, unique identifiers for devices on a network, which is Internet Protocol version 4, which is 32-bit addresses written as 4 decimal numbers separated by dots. So for example, we have 192.168 and 1.1.1, which is dot or point. And in the second we have IPv6, which is the latest Internet Protocol version 6, V for version, and 6, which is the latest, which is 128-bit addresses written as 8 groups of 4 hexadecimal digits. You can take a look at the example. So yeah, this is more secure. IPv6 is more secure than IPv4, where there won't be any kind of network breaches, or it is a bit difficult to hack or crack the network or get into a network. So yeah, network security. So protecting the network and its data, we have firewalls, hardware or software that blocks unauthorized access. Second, we have encryption, scrambles data to protect it during transmission. So encryption is nothing but changing the normal text into a ciphertext, where a normal person cannot read it unless and until he gets the private key and he unlocks it. So yeah, and in the third we have antivirus software, protects devices from malware. And fourth we have virtual private network, VPNs, encrypts data and hides the user's IP address. So now we have the wireless networking, Wi-Fi, a technology that allows devices to connect to the internet wirelessly. Second, we have Bluetooth, a short-range wireless technology used for connecting personal devices together. You all know Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, which is used on a daily basis. So next we have common networking devices, modem, connects a LAN to the internet. Our Wi-Fi modem, which is you will be using TP-Link or any other brand. Access points, extends the range of a wireless network, and repeat, it boosts the signal of a network. It boosts probably the range or the speed of your internet connection. And now we have the definition of the internet, a global network of networks providing a vast array of resources and services, including the World Wide Web, email, file sharing, and more. And lastly, we have the summary of all of the things we learned. So understanding the basics of networking involves recognizing different types of networks, the devices that make up these networks, how data is transmitted, and how to secure a network communications. With this foundational knowledge, one can explore more advanced topics in networking. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let's take a look at the basic terminology and concepts of ethical hacking and network security. Introduction. So the objective of this video is to understand fundamental terms and concepts in ethical hacking and network security, overview of ethical hacking, key network security terms, and common tools and techniques used in this course. So, what is ethical hacking? Ethical hacking involves legally breaking into computers and devices to test an organization's defense. And yeah, so ethical hackers, they try to protect the data within an organization or a company from the black hat hackers who try to steal them. The purpose is to identify and fix vulnerabilities to prevent malicious attack and to secure the data in a organization or a business environment. So ethical hackers are usually known as white hat hackers who try to protect the customer or the consumer's data or the sensitive data in a business. So there are different types of hackers. So you can take a look at the white hat hackers who are called ethical hackers who work with the organizations to improve the security. Black hat, malicious hackers who exploit vulnerabilities for personal gains. And we have the gray hat, hackers who may break laws or ethical standards but do not have malicious intent. So now let us take a look at the key terminology in ethical hacking. In the first, we have vulnerability, a weakness in the system that can be exploited. So a weakness might be a software issue or in the code of Windows 10 or any other Mac OS where the black hat hacker might take the advantage of this, and he might try to attack the system and take away the sensitive data, or he might take away a lot of money from your bank account. And in the second, we have exploit, a piece of code that takes advantage of the vulnerability. So you can just understand this. And in the third, we have penetration testing, which is known as pen test, simulating cyber attacks to find vulnerabilities. So pen tests are used to know the different weaknesses in a system or a software or or operating system. And in the fourth last point, we have 0-day, a vulnerability that is unknown to those who could be interested in its mitigation. So a 0-day is this. And next we have network security basics. So network security, measures to protect data during its transfer across various networks. So it just basically protecting the data from which is transferred from one system or one network to another network online, where ethical hackers try to protect the data with their skills. And firewall, a network security device that monitors and filters incoming and outgoing network traffic. So firewall blocks all of the malicious and all of the viruses or malwares, which is if it is suspicious, it just doesn't allow it to get inside the network. It just doesn't allow the virus to get inside the system. And we have intrusion detection system, IDS, so monitors network traffic for suspicious activity. So it just scans all of the softwares or the data sets or the data, and it just monitors and flags the data, and if it is suspicious, it just doesn't allow. So in the last, we have virtual private network, VPNs, which you all know, which creates a secure connection over the internet, which is used by several people and businesses. And in the next, we have common network attacks such as phishing, DDoS, man-in-the-middle attack. So phishing, deceptive attempts to obtain sensitive information by pretending to be a trustworthy entity. And DDoS, distributed denial of service, overwhelming a network with traffic to disrupt services, where there will be large requests over network and the entire network might be jammed. Like DDoS attacks might be done by black hat hacking groups to take down a company or a website or a server. And in the last, we have man-in-the-middle attacks, MITM, intercepting and altering communication between two parties which are connected. And in the next, we have tools used in ethical hacking, Nmap, Wireshark, and Metasploit. Nmap, network scanning tool to discover hosts and services. Wireshark, network protocol analyzer for network troubleshooting and analysis. Metasploit, a framework for developing and executing exploit code against a remote target. So you need to use all of these three and learn all of these three in Kali Linux. So Kali Linux comes with all of the tools integrated: Nmap, Network Scanner, and Wireshark and Metasploit, which is very useful for scanning and attacking various networks and systems. So the ethical hacking process: reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, maintaining access, and covering attacks. So you can just read it out of the slide. So gathering information about the target and scanning, identifying open ports and vulnerabilities in a system or a software. And gaining access is gaining access to the victim's device or his phone or PC or the website. So exploiting vulnerabilities to enter the system. And next we have maintaining access, ensuring continued access to the target, covering tracks, removing evidence of hacking activities. After this is the last step, so that we do not get caught while performing a attack. So basic practices for network security: regular updates, strong password policies, encryption, and user education. All of these three needs to be followed on daily basis. And so from regular updates, the systems might patch itself to new attacks and new viruses. So keeping systems and software up to date, strong passwords, implementing complex and frequently changing passwords, so that your password might be leaked in the dark web or somewhere on the internet. So you just should not change or share your passwords, but I'm sorry, you can just keep changing the password every 3 or 6 months. And you just need to implement strong passwords with complex key letters and special characters, so that it is very difficult to crack it with a different kind of software. So an encryption, protecting data in transit at the rest, and user education, training employees on security awareness, which is the most important step, so that you don't fall in scams and you don't fall prey for the black hat hackers through the internet. And next, in conclusion, we have ethical hacking is essential for proactive cybersecurity. Understanding and implementing network security terms and practices is crucial for protecting information. Next steps is you can just encourage your friends, family, encourage ongoing learning and staying updated with the latest security trends and tools. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the needed software to set up our ethical hacking environment or lab. So, the operating system we'll be using is Kali Linux. So, what is Kali Linux? Kali Linux is a powerful and widely used operating system that is specifically designed for penetration testing, network security analysis, and digital forensics. It comes to a comprehensive set of tools. It comes with a comprehensive set of tools and utilities that enable security professionals to identify and address the vulnerabilities in systems, network, and applications. So this is the website. I'll be taking you through the entire installation. There'll be a set of videos for installation of Linux and setting up our ethical hacking environment in Windows operating system. I have a Windows 10 Pro. So in the and up next we'll be downloading the Kali Linux ISO file. The ISO image will be here, and we'll be installing it in a virtual machine. I'll explain you what virtual machine is. This is just a quick overview of the software we'll be using throughout the course. So we have the virtual box and we have the VMware also. So we can pretty much choose any operating system between VMware and VirtualBox. It's up to you, but VMware we have to pay. It's pretty much free, but we have to pay for the full screen version or something like that. I'll explain it to you in a more detailed fashion in the course. And then we have then you'll need a Atheros Wi-Fi adapter or any Wi-Fi adapter which is used for network scanning. I'm using the Atheros AR9271 chipset, so you could use that. And these are the needed things you'll need to get started. This is your starter kit, and the Wi-Fi adapter is much needed for the network scanning part, and it is not needed for the other stuff. So we'll be using the VirtualBox or the VMware, and we'll be downloading the ISO file from the official Kali Linux website and installing it in the VirtualBox. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Hey, in this video we'll take a look at how to install VirtualBox on your Windows 10 operating system or any of the operating system for that matter. So just read the quick disclaimer. So this course is basically designed for educational purposes only, and the tools and techniques taught in this course should be used with explicit consent from system owners, and I'm not responsible for any kind of misuse of the software like Linux or the tools in it. So please do not use these kind of tools for any kind of illegal activity which is strictly prohibited, and use this kind of information for ethical and lawful manner. Yeah, so head over to your favorite website or web browser. Just type www.virtualbox.com. So VirtualBox is a free and open source virtualization software which we'll be using to install the operating system called Kali Linux. I'll just type okay, and just click on the first link. Make sure it's an official link to run the website, and here we have a button called download VirtualBox. Make sure you're on the official site and click on this. So it's encrypted with HTTPS, and do not install VirtualBox from any kind of third party or any other website. Download it from the official one. Just click on download. It's that simple. And it is a software which helps us to run multiple operating systems on a single computer. Whether you're a software developer or IT professional or just someone who wants to test different operating systems, VirtualBox is a great tool to have it in your toolkit. So just click on Windows hosts, and you'll get a pop-up saying that you need to save the file. So I'll just save it in downloads. I'll click on save and it starts downloading. So yeah, once it's done, it's around 105 MB. Just click on the folder, double click on this icon. It asks for administrator permissions. Just click yes, and it starts to install. Click on next, and we are ready to install VirtualBox. If you want to change the file path, the VirtualBox is gonna install in C, program files, Oracle, and VirtualBox. If you want to change it, you can go ahead and change it, but I'm not. If you want to create a new file, you can do it, but for this tutorial I'll just install it in C, program files, Oracle, and VirtualBox. I'll click on next, and warning, it says network interfaces. Click on next, yes, and click on yes. Click on install. It'll go ahead and install. You can install the software in whichever drive you want to, D or E or F, or whichever is preferred. And after installation, in the next video I'll show you how to install Kali Linux in VirtualBox. After finishing, click on finish, and the virtualization software opens up. This is what it looks like. I've probably turn on the dark mode, and in the next video let's install the Kali Linux ISO file and open that in VirtualBox. So you can just click on add and open the ISO file, and yeah, that's it. You can name the new operating system. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome back. In this video we'll take a look at how to install Kali Linux ISO file operating system in your virtual machine. So open up your favorite browser and just search for Kali Linux ISO download, or just search for download. You will be headed over to the website. Just click on the first link we got here, and click on the installer images. It'll take you down, and then you have the 64-bit complete offline with offline installation with customization. I've already downloaded the ISO file. This Kali Linux version is 2023.1 change log, and you have make sure you download the 64-bit right here. I've already downloaded it, so this it looks something like this. So I have the ISO file here. Make sure it's an ISO file, and yeah, it says AMD 64-bit installer 2023.1, the latest version. So before opening up the Kali Linux ISO file in the VirtualBox, I want you to take a look at the other virtualization software. So this is the VMware Workstation 17 player, it's similar to VirtualBox, but I prefer VirtualBox because it's free and open source. If you want to download this and use VMware, you can just click on download button and you could just use it. So if you want to use VMware, you can just go ahead and download it. Yeah, or you can just stick on to the VirtualBox. So, and I wanted to say I wanted to explain one more thing about Parrot OS, which is similar to Kali Linux and is used by ethical hackers and network security specialists. This is also an operating system which will be embedded with all the tools possible, and you can just download this ISO image and open it in VirtualBox or VMware and start playing it. But for now, we'll not take a look at Parrot OS, and we'll just download the Linux. I've already downloaded it. So after you download the ISO file, just open it. Go ahead and open your VirtualBox. I'll just type VirtualBox, and I'll just click on run as administrator. Click on yes, and it just opens up the VirtualBox. Then click on new. It asks for a name, and click on Kali Linux. Not click on Kali Linux, just name it whatever you want to name it. And the folder, I'll just leave it as default C users and VirtualBox. And this the type is Linux. The version is Debian 64-bit. Yeah, this one, because it's based on Debian. And just click on next. The base memory and the processors, I think 4 would be perfect. If you have 8 GB of RAM, you can give it 4, or however you prefer. Depends on your system's hardware. If you give it a bit more, it will be more helpful. So for the processors, I think I'll go for at least 4, and click on next. Now it's asking to create the storage file. I'll just give it around 30 is good. 30 is good enough. Around 30. You can give it however you want to. Just click on next, and here are here's the summary of the operating system, which will look like this. We have 4 processors. The base memory is around 4 gigabytes. EFI enable false. Okay, Debian operating system. Just click on finish. This is what it looks like, and you can modify however you want to. You can just click on settings, and if you want to change anything, you can go ahead and change it. You can increase the processor to 2 CPUs or 3 based on your hardware. And for the video memory, you can increase it to I'll increase it about more, so that it runs a bit smooth. And yeah, good to go. And the most important is the ISO file. Click on storage, click on empty, and here you have to select the ISO file you downloaded. Choose a disk file, click on that, and my ISO file is installed in downloads. Just select the ISO file, click on open, and good to go. And click on OK. The size is 3.61 GB. Type image, the location, you can see that. Click on OK, and yeah, you can just start the operating system. Yeah, in the next video, I'll start the operating system from the VirtualBox, and we'll power up Kali Linux. In this video, we'll take a look at how to start your Kali Linux operating system and run it, and how to install it in your virtual box. So just open up your virtual box. I've just opened up mine. Just click on start by selecting the Kali Linux. It says powered off, but we'll power it on now, and click on start. It's gonna take a while, but it's gonna run. So yeah, it is running. So powering up the VMware. So it's capturing my keyboard and stuff. It's taking a look at the VirtualBox operating system. So for now, let's just click on the graphical user interface. Just click enter, and I'll wait for a bit. It's installing. It says media failed, mouse recognition auto capture is proper. So we just need to select a language now. For me, it's English. You can also select your language based on your preference. So just click enter. I'll just click enter, and my location is I could choose wherever I want to, but I'll select India. That's where I live. So I'll just click on enter, and next I need to configure the keyboard. I'll just use all the default options for the installation of Kali Linux in this video. So I'll just click enter, and I'll use American English. Just click enter, and it's detecting the hardware, scanning installation media. If I'm explaining it too fast, you can just pause the you can just decrease the volume. Good to go. It's loading all the additional components. This is how your Kali Linux should look like, and after this it's detecting the hardware, network hardware. Waiting for link local address, attempting IPv6, internet protocol version 6 configuration, configuring the network. And you can enter the host name if you want to. I'll just leave it as default. I'll click enter or continue. The domain name, I'll leave it as blank. I don't want anything. So configuring the network. So for the username, you can just give your name or any name which you wanna enter. So I'll just type admin, and I'll click enter. Select the username for the account. Your first name is a reasonable choice. Just click enter. The username you entered admin is reserved by the system. Go back and select a new one. Let's admin. Let's remove admin, and I'll just give it as Linux. Or Kali Linux. Just click enter. Username for your account, Kali Linux. Remember the username. The password. What should be the password? That also, let's just give it as Kali Linux. Good to go. Just click on enter. Remember both the username and the password, because we need to log in after the setup is done. So if I'm explaining too fast, you can reduce the speed of the video to 0.5 or 0.25x. And let's use the default option, use the entire disk. Click on continue. All files in one partition. Yes, and good to go. Finish partition and write changes to the disk. Good to go. Click on yes, finish the partitioning of the disks, and it's doing it. Installing the base system. I think this might take a while, so I'll just meet you after this installation. After this is done. It's still going on. I'm not able to pause my OBS. A second. So once that is done, you will get a menu like this, or a selection of tools, not a menu, whatever. So software selection is important. And one more thing is, don't mind me because my hotkeys won't work to pause and unpause the video. I'm just running a virtual box, so the OBS is not selected. So just click on continue, and it's gonna install the software, all the tools in your Kali Linux operating system. So I'm gonna meet you after this is done. So now that we finished the previous step, I mean that did take a while, then we just need to install the grub bootloader. Click on continue, and for this click on the second option, just click on continue, and it's gonna install the grub bootloader. And I think we'll need to wait for some more time, so it's just finishing the installation. I think this is the last step, and yeah, once this is done, the Kali Linux operating system is gonna turn on. Before turning on, it's gonna reboot itself. And yeah, I think we'll need to wait for some more time. I think I'm gonna pause the video. So once we finish the installation, we can just click on continue, and it's gonna finish up. Okay, there's still some parts left, so I think it's gonna reboot the device. It says welcome to grub, booting in 1 and 2 and 3 seconds. Yep, it's gonna start the operating system. Let's just wait for some time. Okay, now we have to enter our passwords now. Kali Linux was my username, I believe. Okay, good to go. Click on login, and it just takes you to the operating system. Yeah, so this is our operating system. This is what it looks like. It looks like. So this is a graphical user interface, a GUI, a good user interface of the Kali Linux 2023. So in the next video, we'll just turn on the full screen mode. We'll install some of the tools. I'll teach you how to use the terminal. This is called a terminal. I'll guide you through all the type of commands and stuff. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. In this video, let's take a look at the simple overview of Kali Linux. So Kali Linux is a Debian based Linux distribution specially designed for digital forensics and penetration testing. So it was developed by Offensive Security and is widely used by cybersecurity professionals, penetration testers, ethical hackers, and security researchers worldwide. So let us take a look at all of the tools and all of the applications built in Kali Linux. So this is how Kali Linux looks, and in the top right corner we have the different kinds of tools and for information gathering, vulnerability analysis, web application analysis, database management, password attacks and wireless attacks, and much more. So then in the next icon we have minimize all open windows and show the desktop, and next we have the file system where we'll save all of our files. This is like my computer on PC, which you will be using it on Windows. So in Linux we have the file system, which we'll be using the file system. So this is the desktop, documents, downloads, handshakes, and you have all of the file systems here. And this is just the this is the text editor, the notepad. So it says warning, I'm using a root account for now, so you can just type and play around. This is just the notepad in Kali Linux if you want to use it, and the shortcuts are basically simple. And this is Firefox, and this is the terminal where we'll be doing most of our work, and this is where we'll be using all of the penetration testing attacks. So you will have to learn and know how to use the Kali Linux terminal with all the in-depth commands and all the complicated commands you have. So in the next video I'll just show you how to use the terminal and basic terminal commands like cd and ls for the file directory. Okay, and yeah, terminal is the most important thing we'll be using in the upcoming video. So this is home and this is the file system. You can take a look at all of the files I have installed. These are the things, and few folders already come with a VirtualBox installed. And in the top right corner we have Wi-Fi. So I'm connected to my network, which is, yeah, you can take a look at it. You can disconnect the Wi-Fi, you can connect to hidden Wi-Fi networks, you can add a VPN connection and use a VPN. And here you have the sound, the notifications column, and here you have the power button to switch users. I'm in my root account and I can go back to my account which is not which does not have the administrative privileges. And this is just basic: shutdown, restart, log out, suspend, hibernate, and sleep. Make sure you click the save session for future logins. Make sure this is checked. And yeah, this is Kali Linux for you. Now in the next video, let's take a look at the different commands, and this is the recycle bin. And most importantly, you will need a external a Wi-Fi card which can be used. So you can just hit on devices, go to USB, and here I have the Atheros UB93. This is my external Wi-Fi card which enables monitor mode. So the Wi-Fi chipset which will be in your laptops or your PCs cannot enable monitor mode. So you will have to go to Amazon and you will have to just buy a Wi-Fi card which has monitor mode, so that we can scan other networks around us, and it can give us a lot of data. So you can just go ahead and buy Atheros from TP-Link which has monitor mode. Let us search for it. So you will have to connect it to Kali Linux with VirtualBox, and you can go ahead and start your penetration attacks. I just have it looks like this. I have Atheros, and you can just buy the a TP-Link for now. So yeah, you'll have to connect the Wi-Fi card to for the VirtualBox, and you can just start your wireless attacks. You can start your web application attacks and much more. So I'll see you in the next video. In this video, let's take a look at how to use our command line interface and look at some of the basic commands in Kali Linux. So I'll just turn on my VirtualBox and I'll just start my Kali Linux virtual machine. So yeah, let us just start our operating system and let's just wait for it. And you can take a look at all the specifications, like you have the general tab where all of the general information like the name and the specifications, like the RAM and the storage allocated to this virtual machine. And looks like my network card is also connected. You can take a look at the network card here, like go to devices in USB. So my Atheros UB93 is connected to Kali Linux. And you can take a look at the network type. You can take a look at the audio, optical drivers, and you can take a look at the shared files from the main operating system. If you want to get into full screen mode, you can just click on the right control and press the F key, which takes you to full screen mode. So let me just type my password. I'll just hit enter. Yep, so we are in our Kali Linux operating system. So this is not my a root account. So I'll just go into my root account, or I can just explain it here itself, but I'll just switch user and go into my root account. So I'll just type root admin at root. Sorry, my password is not admin. So I'll just go to my root account and it says I've got an error, a VirtualBox client fatal error. Okay, let us ignore that. I'll press Control F to increase my size to full screen. So once we are into full screen, let's take a look at the different kinds of commands used in Kali Linux. So we have two types of interfaces, which is the graphical user interface, GUI, and the CLI, command line interface, which we'll be using command line interface. So the graphical user interface is in the new generation computers like in Windows, where there's a lot of capability in the graphic card, and the command line interface, which was used by all of the old computers where the computing power and the graphic cards were not powerful enough. So once you've turned on the terminal, it just looks like this. So once you've turned on the terminal, let us just turn on the full screen mode, and I'll just zoom in a bit. So it is control plus plus to just zoom in, but it's not working on my keyboard. So let us take a look at some of the basic commands we'll be using before we dive into penetration testing. And yeah, so just type ls to list the number of directories and folders in your file system or in your operating system. So these are the set of files that I have in my file system. So here we have documents, music, pictures, videos, and downloads. So these are just the number of files. So you can just press cd and enter into a directory like documents, and just press tab to fill that, or sometimes the arrow key is enough, the right arrow key. Just press enter. So we are into documents, and for to list the number of files inside the document, you just press ls to list. So there are no documents in my documents folder, or sorry, there are no files in my documents folder. So if you want to create a new file, like I just created a file called a text file.txt. Let us just go ahead and do it. So let us just clear the terminal, and let us get back to our root user, and let's just create a new file. First let me just type the touch command. Touch, you can just type new file.txt, which will be created. So yep, it is created. You can just take a look at it. A new file.txt was created. You can take a look at you can look it in the file system somewhere here. So it will be created here. A new file will be created named txt. So yeah, if you want to write something in the text file, you can just type you can just type echo, and you can just type I just type network security, and you can just give a arrow key, and you can just type the file name, new file.txt, and hit enter. So it will just type in the word called network security in this text file. So if you want to look at it, you can just go ahead and type ls, and you can just type cat, and you can just type a new text file, a new file dot txt. I'm sorry. Okay, now we have the word written network security. If you want to remove or delete this text file, you can just type the remove command, which we have. So remove a text file, remove a text file.txt. So it just goes and removes the text file. If you want to remove this, you can just type the remove command again, remove a new file .txt. Yep, it just removed all of my text files which was saved. So I'll just clear the terminal for now. And next, if you want to know which host you're into, or which operating system, what's your operating system's name, you can just type who am I and hit enter. I'm in the root operating system. And if you want to know the host name, you just type host name and hit enter. Your host name is Kali. And if you want to create a new folder inside documents, you can just type cd documents and hit enter. Okay, we are into documents, so there is nothing in my document folder. Let's just take a look at it. It's just empty for now. So I'll head over to documents. So so the folder is empty, but let us go ahead and create a new file inside documents. So you can just type the mkdir. So you can just type the file name, So I'll just type network security, network. Let us type networks. So that file name is created. It ls, and you can take a look at it. It's magic. We just created a brand new folder inside the document. So we do have networks here. But if you want to delete this, you can go to the graphical user interface and delete it right here. Or if you want to delete it using the command line interface, you can go ahead and type rmdir and delete it. So, and I want to delete my I want to delete my networks folder. I'll just hit enter, so it is deleted. But if you use the rm command to delete the networks folder, it just won't work, because Kali Linux makes sure that you do not delete the entire set of files inside that particular folder. So you always use rmdir to completely delete the entire folder inside a particular document. And so these are the set of documents. If you want to come back to root Kali, you can just type cd/ and you will be exited from the documents folder. So I'll just hit enter, and if you just type pwd/help, okay, let us get into documents, cd documents, pwd help, okay, /h. Maybe this command is not working. Okay, we are in root documents. So if you want to upgrade Kali Linux, you can just use the sudo apt update, which you will need to do after installing Kali Linux, immediately after installing Kali Linux. So this is one of the command to update Kali Linux. And if you want to upgrade Kali Linux, you just have to type sudo apt upgrade and update to just upgrade and update Kali Linux. And yeah, so these are some of the basic commands we'll be using, and we'll be using the ifconfig command, ifconfig, to know the different types of interfaces. Ours is WLAN 0. Our network adapters name is WLAN 0, and if you want to change the IP address or the VPN, you will have to know the basic networking commands. And if you just type msf console, you can just start the metasploit. And if you want to know more about commands and different kinds of commands, you can just use Google as your best friend, and you can use ChatGPT anytime, or you can ask me anytime on how to use the different commands in Kali Linux. So head over to ChatGPT and just ask it. You can just ask it basic Kali Linux commands, and you need to by heart all of this. You need to remember all of it and understand all of this. Kali Linux cmd. So it just comes up with a lot of Kali Linux command, and you can just start using them. But remember not to mess up your root directory. So it just we just saw the remove command rm. We just saw rmdir. So if you have any kind of problem, you can just chat GPT or Google. Treat chat GPT as your best friend. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let's take a look at how to change MAC address and the uses of MAC address in Kali Linux and operating systems. So first of all, let us turn on our virtual box. So I have two operating systems here within the virtual environment. So I have the Kali Linux 2024 Genome and Kali Linux X FCE. So the difference between Genome and XFCE is both are desktop environments where the Genome has more graphical interface, and it is more UI based Kali Linux operating system, and XFCE is for the low end PCs where the graphical graphic card capability, or the graphic card's capability is like very low or less, which cannot handle a lot of tasks. And when the graphic card power is less, you can just install XFCE, Kali's default disk environment. I have installed both in my virtual box, and while installation you can just select the XFCE if you want to install the normal version. So I'll just start my Kali Linux, XFCE environment. So it's just starting. And yep, once it's powered up, we need to log in into the root account to uh, access the virtual machine, and we need to log in into the root account to access the wireless network adapter. So yeah, let's wait. Yep, we got it. My password is Kali Linux, and Kali Linux is my username, both are Kali Linux. So you just have to type your password. But Kali Linux is not for the root account. For my root account, I have just created a root account. So I'll be logging into my root account. So yeah. So yep, this is my root account. This is the Kali Linux 2024 version ISO image. You can just download the ISO image from the Kali Linux official website. So yeah, press right Control F for full screen mode, and I do have a certain definition here. Let me see if it works. Okay, so let us take a look at what a MAC address is. So a MAC address is a media access control address, is a unique identifier assigned to network interfaces for communications on a network. It's a hardware address associated with a network adapter or a network interface card (NIC), and is used for identifying devices on a network at the data link layer of a segment. So every device has its own MAC address. So MAC addresses are permanent and it cannot be changed. So it can be temporarily changed, but it cannot be changed in a permanent manner. But we have MAC changes. So here are some key points about MAC addresses. So we have the uniqueness. Each MAC address is unique worldwide, making it possible to differentiate between devices. So every device has a different MAC address. So our Ethernet wireless network adapter is connected. So this has a different MAC address, and yep. So format are typically represented as 6 groups of 2 hexadecimal digits, 0 to 9 and A to F, separated by colons or hyphens. So you can take a look at the example. It's 00 colon 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D and 5E. So every computer or system has this. And usage, MAC addresses are used for primarily routing data packets to and from the correct devices within a local area network LAN. So yeah, this is the use of MAC address. So you can just open up your terminal and let's just start let's just start how to change the MAC address, and let us take a look at our MAC address. So I think I am connected to my Wi-Fi. Nope, I'm not connected to my. Let us just connect my Etheros chip or Wi-Fi card to the Kali Linux, and let's just wait. So it has to pop up in the. Yep, we have our. Okay, let us just connect to my Wi-Fi. Okay, it is connected to my Wi-Fi. I'll just open up my terminal. We are in the root account where we have administrative privileges. So that is how we can change the MAC address. If you're in your guest account, you just cannot change the MAC address. So for that, you'll need to create a new root user account. So you can just type sudo su, and you can just do this. You can just create a new root account. So I'll just show you how to create a root account. So just type sudo su and hit enter. You will be granted with a password, and you just need to type your guest account's password. And after that, you will be just type passwd password, and just type the username as root. And next you'll be granted with another prompt naming that you just need to give a new password. So these are the steps. So then you have to retype your password. Sorry, retype your new password. So yeah, this is it. So these are the steps. Just copy paste this in the terminal, and I think you're good to go. Yeah, you will just create a root account, hit on switch user, and after switching the users, you just type root and Kali Linux. So you'll have two accounts now, which is Kali Linux, and Kali Linux is the guest account, and root and Kali Linux is the root account. So follow all of these commands, paste them in the terminal, and one by one or one after the other, and you'll be granted with the root privileges. So I'll just cancel that, and let us take a look at the MAC address. So I'll just type iwconfig and hit enter. So we have WLAN 0 as a wireless adapter name as WLAN 0, and then you type ifconfig for more details. So you have WLAN 0, and you can take a look at all of its details. And after this, you just need to take down the WLAN 0. Type ifconfig WLAN 0 down and hit enter. So our network adapter is down, and it is disconnected from the internet. It might be disconnected from the internet. So you can take a look at the MAC. So you can take a look at the MAC changes, help, and yep, you have a different set of options here. You have the H command for help, you have the V command for version, print version and exit. You have the show command to print the MAC address. You have the most important command called random, set fully random MAC address. And so you can take a look at all of the commands, and you can try all of the commands to change your MAC address. So let us just type MAC changes random. So I'll just randomly change my MAC address. So I'll just hit enter. So yep, this is it. It has changed. So my current MAC address, my permanent MAC address, and this is the new MAC address. So this is how you change your MAC address. And through changing a MAC address, the attacks might be a bit more secure, and other people cannot track you. The victim cannot track you, or you might be a bit more secure while entering the network. So let us just turn on our network card. So down is for taking the network card down, and up is for bringing it online and getting it working. So this is how you change a MAC address in Kali Linux. So I'll see you in the next video. In this video, let's take a look at how to enable monitor mode in Kali Linux. So what is monitor mode? Monitor mode in Kali Linux refers to a special mode of wireless network interface controller WNIC that allows the device to monitor all traffic received from the wireless network. In this mode, the WNIC captures packets from all wireless devices in its range, including packets not addressed to it. So this is the basic definition of monitor mode. So you can take a look at it. So this monitor mode in Kali Linux refers to the mode of operation for wireless network interfaces, which allows the interface to capture all of the wireless traffic in its range, regardless of its intended destination. So like basic tasks like network analysis, packet sniffing, and penetration testing. So the external wireless cards have these kind of capabilities to monitor networks and capture all of the packets within a network or a Wi-Fi using Wireshark. So packet capturing monitor mode enables the WNIC to capture raw packets from all wireless networks within its range from the Wi-Fi. This includes packets from other devices communicating on the same network or the different network. So open up your terminal and follow all of the commands to enable the monitor mode. So just type iwconfig. So here's your WLAN 0 and the mode is in managed and it is connected to the Wi-Fi network named virus, which is my network. So yeah, while let's go ahead and turn on airmon ng. So this is one of the basic method to turn on the monitor mode. So in the next upcoming videos I'll teach you 3 more different ways. So there are several ways to turn on monitor mode with other applications like lazy script and other applications from GitHub. So this is one of the most simple way to turn on monitor mode. So just type airmon ng. Our interface is WLAN 0 and Atheros chipset and Qualcomm Atheros communications, and physical type is physical. And yeah, so just type airmon ng and start WLAN 0 and hit enter. So we are good to go. Okay, airmon ng not found, airmon apt-get. Okay, maybe airmon ng is not installed in my Linux operating system, so I think it's better if we install. I think it has to be installed in one of the in one of the folder, but it is not installed, so I'll just install and get back to you. Yep, I'm sorry for my mistake. Actually it is installed, so I just type the command again because Kali Linux comes with all of the softwares pre-installed, so that is the plus point for Kali Linux. So this is my chipset name where a monitor mode enabled and monitor mode is disabled. So just go ahead and type iwconfig and WLAN 0. I think this is my new name. Okay, let us paste the selection and okay, yeah, good to go. It is not WLAN 0, it is WLAN 0 mon. So here you'll get your wireless network adapter name. So just type iwconfig and you'll get all of the details. Like, so we have switched from managed to monitor mode. So here we had managed mode. So from this monitor mode we can go ahead and start our basic attacks, like attacking a Wi-Fi or cracking a Wi-Fi. So this is how you enable monitor mode, and the most important thing is you will be disconnected if the monitor mode is turned on. So if you're connected to a Wi-Fi, the Linux operating system will get disconnected, and if you want to stop the monitor mode you can just type airmon ng stop, like okay, which is WLAN 0 mon, and you can just type stop, stop, and yeah, we are good to go. Let us take a look at it if this command works properly. So yeah, it is stopped. So type iwconfig and check if this is stopped. Okay, we are in manage. So this is one of the way to turn on monitor mode in Kali Linux. So I'll see you in the next video. In this lecture, let us take a look at how to enable monitor mode. So first of all, open up your terminal. Okay, so you just follow the upcoming commands. So type iwconfig WLAN 0. My network adapter is already connected with the device, so you can take a look at it in the devices USB, and it is connected, and make sure your network adapter is connected. So the mode is in managed for WLAN 0, and the next step is type iwconfig WLAN 0 mode monitor. So once you enable, okay, there is a small error, set failed WLAN 0. Let us try on WLAN 0 mon. mon. I think we have to bring down the network adapter first and then turn on the monitor mode. Okay, let us do that for now. So yeah, we need to put the wireless network adapter down. So just follow the command. I just forgot that. So type if config wlan 0 down, and yep, so it is down. And after this, we need to just start the monitor mode and the network adapter up. I type iw config, and wlan 0 mode monitor. And okay, it is not working properly, and I don't know why this command is not working properly, but errors are common in uh, Kali Linux and ethical hacking. Okay, we just made a mistake here. It's WLAN 0, I think. Let us try that. So we just need to keep trying till we get the job done, so not get discouraged. Okay, I think it is in monitor mode now. Okay, and type ifconfig up, fconfig wlan up, type iwconfig, and yeah, let us take a look at, yep, so we just turned on the monitor mode for a network adapter. So the mode is in monitor, and this is how you do it. So you follow the set of commands right here, and you need to remember all of these commands if you want to turn on the monitor mode. And just type aerodump ng, and this method works for all of the systems and all of the Kali Linux operating system. So just hit enter. Okay, yeah, it is running, and these are the different types of networks around me. These are the different types of Wi-Fi networks around me. And yep, we are good to go. Press Ctrl C to quit. So this is how you turn on the monitor mode. Hello and welcome. In this lecture, let us take a look at how to enable monitor mode. So open up your terminal and type airmon ng. You'll get a set of information, the interface, the driver, and the chipset. And after this, you type ifconfig wlan 0 down. So once your network adapter is down, you just type airmon-ng check kill, which kills all the processes which are intercepting with your Wi-Fi card. So it just smoothly works. So the reason I'm explaining so many methods, or 3 or 4 methods, or so many methods, is because sometimes your host operating system or your Windows or your Mac, the monitor mode does not get turned on. So it's better that if I explain all of the monitor modes, how to enable all of the monitor modes. So just type airmon ng check kill, which kills all the processes which might block airmon. So check kill. So yep, I just killed the WPA process, and just type airmon ng start wlan 0 start wlan 0. So yeah, I think it is in monitor mode, and the name is wlan 0 mon, and just type iw and after this you just type ifconfig, type wlan 0 mon. This is the new chipset name, so we have it here, and type iwconfig. Just hit enter, and yep, we are good to go. It is in monitor mode. So you can just follow this method to turn on your monitor mode and start for packet sniffing, and yeah, you can start your network attacks on that particular Wi-Fi which you have selected. Once you turn on the monitor mode, your Wi-Fi will get immediately disconnected. So this is how you turn it on. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let's take a look at packet sniffing using AeroDump NG. So, packet sniffing is an essential tool in network security, allowing you to capture and analyze network traffic. One of the tools commonly used for this purpose is AeroDump NG, which is a part of the aircraft NG suite. So, below is a step-by-step guide on using AeroDump NG for packet sniffing on Kali Linux. Understanding packet sniffing. Packet sniffing involves intercepting and logging traffic that passes over a digital network. Network administrators use it to monitor network performance, and security professionals use it to detect unauthorized activities or breaches. It is also used for troubleshooting network issues. An introduction to AeroDump NG. AeroDump is a packet capturing tool for wireless LANs, local area networks, and it is a part of the aircraft NG suite, primarily used for capturing raw 802.11 frames. And this network is analyzed using Wireshark, which is a software in Kali Linux, which is used for analyzing the packets which are captured and monitoring and logging wireless network traffic and capturing data for further analysis. So this is a brief, photo or illustration of how network sniffing works. So it is used to identify root causes, and the network sniffer taps into the network, and there are data packets which are sent from the system to the network and to the server. So we will need to analyze each and every data packet and make sure that there is no malware, or there is no vulnerability in that kind of vulnerability in the data which is getting transferred from the system to the Wi-Fi or the server or the network. So we just analyze all of the data which is being transferred using Wireshark, and if there is any kind of vulnerability, we just start patching it. That is what an ethical hacker does. And after this, open up your Kali Linux, and I'll show you how to turn on the monitor mode and start using the AeroDump NG. So here you can just read the disclaimer. This course is for educational purposes only. The techniques and tools taught in this course should only be used with explicit consent from system owners. The use of these tools and techniques for any unauthorized or illegal activity is strictly prohibited, and we do not condone illegal or unethical behavior and will not be held responsible for any misuse of the information presented. So by enrolling, you agree to use the information in ethical and lawful manner. So before I start this packet sniffing, you just cannot go ahead and take the details of your neighbor's Wi-Fi without their permission, because it is illegal. So yeah, we'll just be using it for our own testing purposes, and I'll be using my Wi-Fi to run all of the attacks. So open up your terminal and follow the commands. I've connected my network adapter right here, and you go ahead and connect yours. Mine is Atheros UB93. I'll just zoom in. So you just need to turn on the monitor mode. So just follow the commands. You can just type airmon ng start wlan 0. Start wlan 0. So I think it'll just turn on the monitor mode, and let us type iwconfig. So yep, it is in mode monitor, and after this you just need to type aerodump ng wlan mon 0, which starts the aerodump ng or mon 0. Let us type mon 0. Okay, so sorry, we can type wlan 0 mon or wlan 0, whichever is our network interface name. We no such device found. I think it is wlan 0 mon. Okay, these are the few errors you will find in Kali Linux, but that shouldn't stop you from attacking or testing a network. So these are the different kind of Wi-Fi connections around me, and this is mine virus. There are few clients connected, like my computer, the Kali Linux operating system, or the Windows 10 host operating system, and my phone is connected and my TV is connected to this. And you can take a look at the details here. So the BSS ID is the MAC address. I'll just control C. We'll just quit and we'll just analyze what is the BSS ID. And PWR is for power beacons data. So the BSS ID, this is my MAC address, which is used for the access point, and this is the power. The lesser the power is, the more easily I can attack. So the power is for the access point. So minus 73 is a bit close to me, and more than that, it is a bit far. So less power, more quicker the goal will be achieved. So -1 is great, but there is no Wi-Fi here. Probably it is hidden. So I have a WPA2 encryption and ENC for encryption. WPA2, the full form is Wi-Fi Protected Access 2, which is a good encryption. We have WPA3 these days, and the data is the data packets which are sent from the one router to another, or it is just the number of full packets. And yes is the data packets which are, you know, collected, and CH is the channel, where our channel is 6, and ENC is encryption, and cipher is to decrypt the encryption, and authentication is PSK. So let us take a look at the BSS ID. So these are the other devices which are connected to other Wi-Fi. So that is it for this lecture, and the next lecture let us start targeted packet sniffing. Okay, I'll see you in the next lecture. In this lecture, let us take a look at targeted packet sniffing. So targeted packet sniffing is the practice of capturing and analyzing specific network traffic to isolate and scrutinize particular packets or data types for security auditing, troubleshooting, or malicious purposes. This focused approach allows for detailed examination of data related to specific IP addresses, protocols, or services, enabling security professionals to detect vulnerabilities, monitor for suspicious activities, or diagnose network issues more effectively. Unlike general packet sniffing, which collects all network traffic, targeted packet sniffing hones in on relevant data, making it a powerful tool for both network management and cybersecurity operations. So, open up your Kali Linux and turn on the terminal and follow the commands. So let us use my Wi-Fi for targeted packet sniffing, because it is unethical and illegal to use my neighbor's Wi-Fi or the Wi-Fi's which are available around me and without the particular or the needed permission. So use aerodump ng and enable the monitor mode. So I am connected to my Wi-Fi. As soon as I enable monitor mode, the connection will be disabled. So type aerodump ng WLAN 0. Okay, type IW config. I think it's WLAN, just WLAN 0. Okay, now we have the different types of networks, and so there are few devices attached to my with my Wi-Fi, and once this is done, okay, it says network is down. I think I have to just type, have to just enable monitor mode. Let me see if monitor mode is enabled. Okay, it says managed. Let us just enable monitor mode with the above commands, and let us type airmon ng start WLAN 0. It will start the monitor. Let us just copy this, copy, and hit paste selection. and yes, it started the monitor mode. Let me check if the monitor mode has been enabled. Yep, it has been enabled. And let me type aerodump ngwlan 0 mon. So it just starts the scanning for different devices which are connected to virus. So this is the BSSID, the 34E894FA22E1. So there are some devices connected, and the station here is the number of devices which are connected. So there are 2 devices connected, plus Control C to stop the process. And with this information, let us go ahead and start the targeted packet sniffing. So just type aerodump ng, and let us specify the channel 6, and specify the BSSID. You can just copy the BSSID. This is my MAC address, and paste selection, and type example UPC is the text file name where it will be saved. All the packets or the information which is transferred between the system and the network or the Wi-Fi will be saved in a file, and WLAN 0 is the network interface. Press enter, and yes, it has started the packet sniffing for that particular network or Wi-Fi, where all of the data is analyzed and put into the file. So let us wait for a few minutes, and it will give out the needed output, and it will save all of the information in the file. So my laptop is connected with the same Wi-Fi, and if I use any browser or any such thing, it will get recorded, and we can analyze that traffic with the help of Wireshark. So this is the authentication PSK, pre-shared key. The full form of PSK is where the encryption type, which is public and private keys, can encrypt, and the cipher and encryption is WPA2, where the Wi-Fi protected access, where all of the data is encrypted. And yep, and the channel we have, and there are 4 devices connected to my Wi-Fi. And let me just stop this. Control C to stop, and it will be saved in the file, in the text file, where we can analyze that with the network analyzer called Wireshark. So the station is the different devices connected. It's the devices MAC addresses. This is connected with this MAC address. So this is the Wi-Fi or the chipset MAC address, and these are the devices, the power, and this is the frames, which is the number of useful packets, and lost is the number of packets that are lost, and station is the MAC address of the client that is connected to the network. So the second column is the number of clients and their information. So after this, just type ls to list the files. So these are the files which are saved in the home directory. Press pwd, and it says we are en route. So we have example UPC is the file name. You can just keep any file name you want to, and example UPC 01.csv, net xml, and yep, you have the log file. So this is saved in your home directory. Yep, it is saved up. All of the files are saved here. So if you just double click this, Wireshark will open up, which is a packet analyzer or the data analyzer tool. So yeah, this is the different kind of data which is analyzed. So in the future lectures, we will be taking a look at how to use Wireshark and how to analyze the data. So, but there is no use of this data because all of the data is encrypted with WPA2. If it was WEP, we could have read all of the data, but it is encrypted, so you'll need to decrypt all of the data. So these are the different kinds of devices information. We have TP-Link, and we have Intel. This is my laptop, and we have a few phones connected to my Wi-Fi router. So this is the network, the source, the destination, the length info, the time, and the serial number we have. So you can just open up Wireshark here, or you can just double click on the folder or the file, or just type Wireshark in the terminal, and it just opens up, and you can select the file right here. You can open the file which is captured. This is the file which is captured, example upc01.cap. So it just opens up. So yeah, this is it for now. I'll see you in the next video. In this lecture, let's take a look at DAuth attack. So a DAuth attack in Kali Linux is a type of denial of service attack targeting Wi-Fi networks where the attacker uses tools like AirPlay NG to send forged deauthentication packets to a client and access point, causing them to disconnect. This exploits a vulnerability in the 802.11 protocol, which does not require authentication for deauthentication packets, allowing the attacker to disrupt the connection and potentially capture handshakes for further attacks such as cracking the Wi-Fi password. In practice, this type of attacks requires the attacker to be within the range of the Wi-Fi network and to have the capability to inject packets into the network. It's a common method used in penetration testing to access the security of a wireless network, but it can be exploited maliciously to disrupt network services and compromise the security. So open up your Kali Linux. Open up your terminal and follow the commands. And first, before starting the attack, we need to turn on the monitor mode. So I'll just copy the commands to turn on the monitor mode right here. I think, yep. IW-config. I'll make sure if my network adapter is connected. Okay, it's WLAN 0 managed. And just copy this airmon ng, copy, paste, Control V to paste. Okay, it is connected successfully. Airmon ng start WLAN 0. Okay, now it'll put the Wi-Fi card in monitor mode, so it's WLAN 0 mon, and now let us start the attack. Before that, we just need to start the scanning so that we get a lot of other Wi-Fi networks around us. So you just type arrow dump ng start WLAN 0 mon or WLAN 0 mon. So it'll just start scanning the device, and let me connect my phone to my Wi-Fi so that if I keep using my phone, it will send in packets and our attack will be a bit easy. So there are many devices connected, like my Wi-Fi is connected with my phone, my laptop, and other devices, my TV and stuff. So there are so many other devices connected, around 4 devices which are connected to my Wi-Fi. So press Ctrl C to end the attack. So yeah, there are few devices connected to my network. You can take a look at all of the station IDs which are connected with 34, E8, 94, FA, 22 and E1. So after this, we just need to conduct a target packet sniffing for my particular network, which is named as virus. So type arrow-dump ng. So type arrow-dump ng and specify the channel. Okay, I'm in the channel. What's my channel? It is 6. Type 6 and type the BSS ID. Okay, I cancel all of this and just type WLAN 0 mon. So it just gives out the, it just conducts a targeted scanning for this, and let me split the terminal horizontally. Okay, I just need to zoom in, zoom in. The Control plus shortcut key is not working, so I just need to go with this, and after this I can just stop the attack which is running above here, and I can just start the DAuth attack now. Type airplay ng. So this type of attack doesn't need any access to the Wi-Fi. It can be done without without getting into the Wi-Fi. It is all a post connection attack. So I'll just copy this. I'll just copy the BSS ID. Okay, it's not copying. I don't know for what reason it's not copying. Okay, let me type it down. 34 E8 E8. You will face a lot of errors. If you face a lot of errors, feel free to Google or ask ChatGPT, or you can just put a message, or yeah, you can just retry the entire process. Type E1. These are the frame rates where the data is being transferred. I think this got to be my mobile phone. Just type C, and we need to specify the station ID. So I don't know which device is connected to which, and okay, let me just type AC PC FC A8. That is my MAC address, 1E and 2A, and just type WLAN 0 mon and hit enter. Okay, it says we got a error. Okay, I think the command is wrong, might be. Okay, I think I just missed out a simple A in between the 1000 deauthentication packet and between the MAC address of the Wi-Fi card. So hit enter. Yep, it just started the deauth attack. Even if you miss one single command, it just doesn't start. And if you need any kind of help, you can just type airplay ng help, and it gives you out a number of commands what you can do with this tool. So it just started the deauth attack, sending in and disconnecting the Wi-Fi. So you can take a look at my device. So the Wi-Fi connection is disabled right here. Okay, it is just sending and you can just take a look at your device's Wi-Fi, and it just won't be connected to your phone or the station ID which you mentioned. And if you type in 0 for this, if you type in 0, it just sends out unlimited packets. If you type in 0 without 1000, it just sends in unlimited packets. So the client will be disconnected until you close down the attack. So this is a pre-connection attack. So this is how you perform a deauth attack on a particular device. So yeah, you just select a station, you just start the attack. So press Ctrl C to end it. Okay, I'll just clear the terminal. I'll just close this terminal. Clear active terminal. Okay, I think I'll need to collapse it. So yeah, this is how you just disconnect a client from a Wi-Fi or a network. Methods for gaining access to encrypted wireless networks. Gaining access to encrypted wireless networks like WEP, WEP, WPA, and WPA2 involves exploiting known vulnerabilities and using specific tools to capture and analyze data packets. The WEP encryption is relatively easy to break due to its weak initialization vectors and vulnerabilities of the RC4 stream cipher. Tools like AirCrackNG can capture enough packets to reduce the WEP through statistical analysis. So the WEP encryption is the encryption which is used for the old networks and the old Wi-Fi's. So it is a weak security system which was deployed and which is more weaker than the WPA, WPA2 and WPA3, which is used for the modern networks and which is more secure, and it is not, and which uses AES encryption with 192-bit security for enterprise mode and improved protection for personal mode. So the WEP cracking is also important because some of the Wi-Fi's will use WEP or will be using WEP. So it is important to learn how to crack WEP. And for WPA and WPA2, attackers often use deauth attacks to force a client to reconnect, capturing the four-way handshake in the process. With capturing the handshake, it is easy to get uh, the full access to a Wi-Fi connection or the network. So these captured handshakes can then be subjected to dictionary attacks or brute force attempts using tools like AirCrackNG or Hashcat. Despite WPA2 being more secure, it can still be compromised through weak passwords or the crack vulnerability. Ethical considerations are paramount, and such activity should only be performed in controlled environments for educational purposes to enhance the security. So there are three types of networks which are used these days: the WPA, the WPA2, and the WPA3. So now we discuss about the WPA and WPA2, which is Wi-Fi protected access, which is used in the modern networks and which is more secure than the WEP. Let us discuss a bit more about the WPA3. So Wi-Fi Protected Access 3, which was started in 2018 and is the latest and most advanced Wi-Fi security protocol, and the encryption is AES. And the purpose of WPA3 is to provide stronger security, improve protection against brute force attacks, and better security for open network. And additional features which includes like WPA3 includes enhanced open, which provides encryption even on an open network, which ensures the past connection and even remains secure even if a password is compromised in the future. So the WPA3 is gradually being adopted and is recommended for new devices and networks. It addresses many of the vulnerabilities present in WPA3 and offers stronger security for WPA more than WPA2. So, in this course, we'll take a look at how to crack WEP, WPA, and WPA2, and we will even take a look at how to increase the Wi-Fi security. So, I'll see you in the next video. Understanding WEP cracking. WEP cracking involves exploiting the weaknesses in the WEP encryption protocol, particularly its use of short 24-bit initialization vectors and vulnerabilities in the RC4 stream cipher. The process typically starts with capturing a large number of packets from the target network using tools like AirmonNG and AerodumNG, which collects the IVs. Once enough packets are gathered, statistical analysis is performed using a tool like AirCrackNG to analyze the IVs and detect the WEP key. This method takes advantage of the fact that the same IVs are reused, allowing an attacker to eventually recover the key and gain unauthorized access to the network. Despite its simplicity, WEP's significant security flaws make it relatively easy to crack compared to the modern day encryption standards like WPA, WPA2, and WPA3. So, weak key management, weak encryption, and lack of robust integrity checks. So, weak encryption, the RC4 vulnerabilities. The RC4 itself has weaknesses, particularly when used with the static key and short IV. This makes it easier for attackers to perform attacks like FMS and which can recover the encryption key. And weak key management like static keys. WEP uses a static key that does not change, making it vulnerable to key recovery attacks. Once a key is compromised, all the encrypted data can be decrypted. And for WPA and WPA2, the data cannot be easily decrypted, like how we decrypt it in the WPA cracking. So, and the CRC32 weaknesses, the CRC32, which is used by the WEP for data integrity and not cryptographically secure, and can be manipulated by attackers to alter the data without any detection. So, in summary, while WEP was a step towards securing wireless networks, its encryption and methodology and key management were flawed, leading to its eventually replacement by more secure protocols. So I hope you understood what WEP cracking is all about, and in the next videos we'll take a look at how to crack WEP. in Kali Linux. In this lecture, let's take a look at how to crack WEP and get the password for it. So, open up your terminal and just enable the monitor mode. I have successfully enabled monitor mode on my Wi-Fi card. So it says WLAN 0 mode monitor. Before that, you need to start aerodump ng WLAN 0 mon. So I'll just start aerodump dump ng, and I have changed my Wi-Fi encryption from WPA2 and WPA to WEP just for the testing purposes on how to crack a WEP Wi-Fi encryption. So just type WLAN 0 mon and just hit enter. So my network encryption, you can take a look at it. All of the other Wi-Fi's are WPA2 encrypted, and mine is WEP because I have just changed my Wi-Fi connection to WEP because I need to show it to you how to crack a Wi-Fi network. And okay, it says not associated with any of the other stations. Sees that it is not associated, so you can just take a look at it. It's just scanning, so I'll just end the scan. And yeah, once I end the scan, you can just start the targeted scanning for this particular Wi-Fi where a certain client is connected to. So just type aerodump ng, and you can just specify the BSS ID, and you can just write the file into a certain text file. So this is the command. So a few clients are connected to my Wi-Fi. My laptop and phone is connected to my Wi-Fi. So there are some videos and running so that the packets can be transferred from the network to the laptop. So you just type all of this and write the file into basic test AP and type your wireless interface network name. So it's WLAN 0 mon, and hit enter. It just starts the targeted scanning. And after that, you just need to open up a sub terminal and just start the attack. So you'll get the WEP key, and the channel is 6, and the MAC address is 34E8 994 FA22 and E1. It is right here. You can just copy it. So we'll just start the aerodump scan and hit enter. Once the scanning is started, open up a sub terminal and let the scan keep running. And all of this files will be saved in our home directory or in a root directory or in the home folder on the desktop. So you just type aircrack ng, where it starts cracking the key. Aircrack ng basic test AP 01.cap, and once you hit enter, we'll just start the attack. So the basic test AP file is here in your root directory on your desktop. So this is the file, basic test AP01.cap. Once you hit enter, the attack starts. Okay, test AP. Okay, it says aircrack couldn't find. Aircrack ng. Okay, AIR. I'm sorry, just a small spelling mistake. Aircrack ng basic test AP. Okay, hit enter, and it just starts the attack. Okay, it only starts cracking the key after we reach 20,000 IVs. So it says failed, next try 10,000 IVs. So it just takes around like 10 or 20 minutes for this to succeed when the data or the beacons reach 20,000 IVs. Here is the data. It says 8,449. It keeps changing, so it says the next try after 20,000 IVs. I'll just pause the video for now. Once the key is decrypted, I'll just get back to you. Yep, we are good to go. So we just cracked the key. So this is the key. I had saved my password as WW123, and if you restart your network manager, you can just type in the password ww123 and it just connects. So it is this easy to crack a WEP encryption. So it is not safe at all. You'll need to use WPA2 every time you know get connected, or every time you get a new Wi-Fi connection. And this is the key. You can just type in the key here. You can bring down monitor mode, search your network right here on the bottom, on the top right corner, and just type in the key ASCII is the encryption type. So yeah, this is how you crack a WEP encryption. If you want to use the key, you just need to remove the semicolon, use 57, 57, 31, 32, and 33. You can just copy this in the notepad, copy selection, and open up monitor mode, Control V to paste it. You can remove all of this, and you can just copy this code and paste it to get connected to the Wi-Fi. Just restart your network manager with the sudo system ctl restart network manager command, and you can just connect it to your Wi-Fi. So I'll see you in the next video. And welcome. In this video, let's take a look at exploiting WEP, associating with target networks using fake authenticators. So, associating with the target network using a fake auth in the context of web wired equivalent privacy involves exploiting the weak security mechanisms of WEP to create a rogue access point. WEP's known vulnerabilities such as weak encryption keys and predictable installation vectors (IVs) make it susceptible to attacks like deinstallation and replay attack. An attacker can set up rogue access point with the same SSID and WEP key as a target network using tools like Airbase NG or Wi-Fi Fisher. By doing this, clients that are configured to connect to the legitimate WEP may connect to the rogue access point instead. So once connected, the attacker can capture sensitive information, manipulate traffic, or launch further attacks against the connected clients. Given the severe vulnerabilities in web, it is strongly recommended to upgrade to more secure protocols like WPA2 or WPA3 to protect against such attacks. So, turn on your Kali Linux machine and follow the commands. So I have written a few commands here because I forget some of the commands in Kali Linux, because there are n number of commands that you'll need to remember, or you'll need to remember. So first of all, I have connected my USB Ethernet card, which is Ethero. So you'll need to enable the monitor mode. I'll just open up my terminal. You go ahead and open up your terminal. And after this, you'll just need to start the monitor mode. I'll just copy this command to start the monitor mode. Write down all of the commands in a notepad, which will be helpful in such cases. You can easily open it and start your attacks instantly on Wi-Fi network. So not copied, okay. Or you can just open up your Firefox and head over to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to write down all the Kali Linux commands and download the PDF or save the text file anywhere you want to. So let us start the monitor mode, and let us start cracking web. So I think it is started. Let me check. Type iwconfig. It says no wireless extensions, and WLAN 0 mon is enabled to monitor mode. After this, I'll just close this notepad. You'll just need to start the targeted scan using aerodump ng and the BSS ID, and the channel is 6 and WLAN 0. This attack works if there are no other clients connected to the Wi-Fi network. So let me just type aerodump ng WLAN 0 mon, and let me just get a different kind of networks. So my network is using web encryption, okay, and I suppose there are no clients connected to my network for now. My phone is connected, but there's no data transfers, or I'm not watching any kind of video, so I don't have any clients connected right here. Okay, let me split the terminal horizontally. Okay, we're good to go. Or you can just open a new tab right here. After this, let us go ahead and copy and paste selection. Sorry, I don't know why it is not copying for now. Let us retry. Control C or Shift Control C, Shift Control V. Okay, just gave me the command. Okay, it says I'll just cancel it. Hit enter, and I think I'll just get a collapse subterminal. I'll just get targeted scanning for the virus. So there are no clients connected to my Wi-Fi network, and the authentication is there is nothing in our authentication. Once I start the attack, the authentication sets to open. So split terminal horizontally and just copy the command airplay ng take auth 0 and specify the MAC address of the of your Wi-Fi card. To get this MAC address, you'll just need to turn off monitor mode and type iwconfig, and after that you'll get the MAC address of your Wi-Fi card. So just copy this, copy and paste select. Okay, it's just not pasting. Okay, I got it now. Hit enter, and yep, it says open. So we have successfully made our connection. So this is the station which we are connected. This is the new MAC address which we have successfully connected, and the authentication is set to open. So if there are no clients which are connected to the network, you can go ahead and perform a fake auth attack and connect to a network, so that your attacks will be more easily associated with it. So this is how you perform, and here are the commands. So if you want the MAC address of your external Wi-Fi card, you can just type iwconfig, but before typing ifconfig, but before typing ifconfig, you'll get the MAC address of the WLAN 0. You just need to disable monitor mode and copy the MAC address in a notepad. Here you will get the MAC address, and I have just copied my external Wi-Fi card's MAC address before starting the attack. So this is how you connect to a Wi-Fi. So it says sending authentication request, authentication successful. So sending association request, and association request is successful. So this is how you connect to a Wi-Fi with no other clients. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this lecture, let us take a look at packet injection, ARP request replay attack, explain. So packet injection in the context of an ARP request replay attack involves injecting malicious packets into a network to manipulate the address resolution protocol ARP cache of target devices. This attack typically begins with the attacker monitoring the network to capture legitimate ARP requests and replay packets. Using tools like airplay ng, the attacker then injects a series of forged ARP requests or replay packets claiming to be the gateway or another trusted device on the network. These injected packets cause the target devices to update their ARP cache with incorrect MAC address mappings, effectively redirecting traffic intended for legitimate devices to the attacker's machine. This allows the attacker to intercept, monitor, or alter the traffic, enabling device activities such as session hijacking, data theft, or further network exploitation. To mitigate such attacks, implementing dynamic ARP inspection (DAI) and using secure network protocols can significantly enhance network security. So, turn on your Kali Linux and enable monitor mode, and follow the set of commands to crack the web security. So these are the set of commands you will need to be using for this lecture or video. So open up your terminal and copy the aerodump ng and make sure the channel and the MAC address is correct. So I'll just paste it. I have turned on my monitor mode. Let's check. Okay, it says mode monitor, and I'll just copy this command copy, so Control C, and paste it right here. And once it is pasted, I'll just hit enter to start. And the file which will be written down to is right here. It will be saved in the root directory, which is home, and the file is arp request replay test. So I'll hit enter. So yeah, it will start capturing the it'll start scanning the network, and the authentication is nil, nothing, and so we have to set it to open. So the second command is gaining a fake auth attack. So this is the MAC address of the Wi-Fi card, and this is the BSSID of the Wi-Fi network. So set the terminal and paste it right here. Okay, let me just copy this. Control C, Control V, Shift Control V. Okay, the right click control is not at all working on my Kali Linux. So type airplay ng take auth 0 a and specify the MAC address, and specify the MAC address of your Wi-Fi card, and specify WLAN 0 mon, which is your network adapter's name. Hit enter. So yep, we have successfully made the connection. It says auth and it says open, and sometimes you will get a lot of errors, but you need to keep trying out, and you can take the help of me or ChatGPT or Google. Treat them like your best friend, like Google or AI, ChatGPT, or other AI tools like Perplexity or Copilot, or there are many other AI tools where you can ask the command. Just type this command, airplay ng and arp replay, and specify the MAC addresses. And I'll just copy this and paste it in the terminal. I'll just paste. Or I could just open up a new tab and I'll just paste it here. Shift Control V to paste it and hit enter. So it says number of packets that are being sent. Okay, after I think it'll crack the password after 10,000 packets or 20,000 packets. So yeah, let that keep running for now. Let us open a new tab and perform the attack. Open up and type ls tar.cap. Okay, there are few files which are created by aircrackng right in the home directory. So you can take a look at all of the files right here, and we'll be using this arp request replay test. So go ahead and copy this command and let us crack the Wi-Fi network. Control C and Shift Control V to copy and paste. So we have around 19,000,00545 keys tested. So my password for the web WEP is ww123 is the password. So you just need to keep trying, and it will break your password. So this is how you perform the attack, and you'll just get the password somewhere here. So it says next try with 5,000 IVs, and let us wait for it. If it does not crack, you'll just need to wait for it to test out more IP or more IVs, and it has got multiple requests. So the attack is running, so the data is being transferred the frame. So next try with 5,000 IVs. Okay, the beacons which are sent are 2,195. So this is how you crack the WEP. So you'll just need to wait, and you'll just get the key here. You turn off your monitor mode by using the command. Let me show you the command to turn off the monitor mode. Just type airmon ng stop, and you just connect to the target Wi-Fi. That's it. So yeah, it is still running, and we have got 3798. So just leave it to run for a while. If the target network has any kind of client connected, like a laptop or a TV, and there has to be some kind of video running, the attack will be a bit more easy. So if you got 4 5.2. So this takes a lot of time, but yes, it works. So yeah, and after it works, you'll just get the password here. So this is how you use ARP injection. So you'll just need to wait. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. In this lecture, let us take a look at packet injection fragmentation attack, exploiting data fragmentation vulnerabilities in wireless networks. A packet injection fragmentation attack exploits vulnerabilities in the way some wireless networks handle fragmented data packets. In this attack, the attacker intercepts and captures small fragments of data packets from the target network using tools like AirPlay NG. These captured fragments are then manipulated and reassembled to inject malicious packets back into the network. By careful crafting these injected fragments, the attacker can bypass certain security mechanisms such as the encryption used in WEP or WPA and gain unauthorized access to the network. This attack often involves sending a large number of fragmented packets to overwhelm the network and increase the chances of successful injection. Mitigation strategies include using of stronger encryption protocols, updating network hardware and software to the latest security standards, and implementing robust intrusion detection and prevention systems. So, turn on your Kali Linux and let us start the fragmentation attack. Here are the set of commands that we'll be using. So these are the set of commands we'll be using. So you'll need to turn on, or you'll need to open up 5 tabs in your terminal. So I just opened my terminal. So let me go ahead and use 5 tabs so that there won't be any kind of confusion while copying and pasting the commands. So you just need to start the aerodump ng. Before that, I just need to enable my network into monitor mode. So let me just go ahead and do that. Type aerodump airmon ng start WLAN 0. Okay, and it puts my chipset into monitor mode. Let me just clear this. Clear. Once it is in monitor mode, IW config. Okay, we have successfully enabled it in monitor mode. So after that, let me just close this. You just need to start the targeted scanning and make sure that you write the file in the fragmented test. So it will be saved in the root directory, and this is the BSS ID of the target network, and yeah, the channel is 6. So open your and paste it. Open your terminal and paste it, and make sure that it is open and running. After this, we just need to start a fake authentication so that the authentication sets to open. And yeah, for that we just need to copy the same old command, fake auth, give the MAC address of the target and give the MAC address of your wireless network adapter. Just paste it here in the new tab. If Control V, Control Shift and V to paste it. Hit enter so that it says successful. And yeah, we are successfully connected. This is our station ID 8A11 B4 E8 D734. So the authentication is open and the encryption is WEP. And the next command, we'll just use the fragment command, and B for the BSS ID, and H is for the MAC address. So just copy this. You'll just need to keep using the fake authentication. You just need to keep trying the fake auth several times, because it will get successfully connected. Let me run the let us use the packet. We just got a fragment packet right here. Fragment 079.125.204.xor. Okay, we just got that, and yeah, we are good to go. So the next command right here is we just need to start the AirPlay NG on the forged packet. So that we just need to copy this command so that AirPlay NG the MAC address, and R just to start the attack, the fragment forged packet on your wireless network adapter. Hit enter. Okay, open failed, there's no such direct. Press PWD or press LS. Okay, we do have a set of files that are created by AirPlay or AirCrack NG or AirPlay NG. It says no such file directory detected. I think it is fragment test. Okay, let me just try it again. Copy. I think we need to mention this maybe. So I just missed out a command. I totally forgot about the packet forge, so that we have to write the file into fragment forged packet. So yeah, I had done it in the previous attack, which is the chop attack. So I'll just paste it right here. Paste. So yeah, we just forgot this most important command right here. So after this, you just need to paste. You just need to paste in the AirPlay NG. So we'll just go ahead and copy this and paste it in the terminal. And yeah, the attack has been just started, and you open up your root directory right here. So all of the files have been saved in your root directory. So this is what we are using the fragment forged packets to decrypt the key. So open your terminal and open a new tab, and after this you just have to start the AirCrack NG so that it decrypts or cracks the key. So it is this easy to crack a WPA. Okay, yeah, it was very quick. It tested around 5,000 IVs. So we just got the key. You just need to remove the semicolon or the dots, or you just need to paste in the text ww123 is my password. So yeah, this is how you decrypt a WEP, and the encryption is very weak. Just crack the key within seconds. So the packets which are being sent are 29,000. So this is how you find the key, and it says decrypted successfully. You just have to bring down the monitor mode and paste it so that you will get connected to your target network. So I'll just clear it, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome. In this lecture, let us take a look at cracking WPA, exploiting weaknesses in Wi-Fi security. So WPA, Wired Protected Access cracking, involves exploiting weaknesses in the WPA or WPA2 encryption protocols to gain unauthorized access to a wireless network. The attack typically begins with capturing a four-way handshake between a client device and the access point, which occurs when a device attempts to connect to the network. Tools like AirCrack NG, Wireshark, or Hashcat are then used to capture this handshake and perform offline brute force or dictionary attacks to guess the network's pre-shared key, which is called as PSK. In a dictionary attack, the captured handshake is compared against a list of possible passwords, while a brute force attack systematically attempts all the possible combinations to crack a password. The WPA2 PSK networks with weak or commonly used passwords are especially vulnerable to these attacks, and to mitigate a WPA cracking risks, it is essential to use strong complex passwords, enable WPA3 if available, and implement additional security measures such as 802.1x authentication. So cracking WPA and WPA2 networks involves significant ethical and legal considerations, and it is important to stress that unauthorized access to networks is illegal and unethical. But however, understanding the process can help in securing your own network. So WPA2 cracking techniques techniques are like the dictionary attack. So in this method, we have a pre-computed list of potential passwords. The attacker captures the handshake and then attempts to guess the password in the list. So if the password is not present in the list, the attack does not work. So the steps are to enable monitor mode, capturing the handshake, using the dictionary file, and then to crack the password. And the Next one is brute force attack, similar to dictionary attacks, but it attempts all possible combinations, and we have rainbow tables and WPS pin attack. So the tools which will be used are aircrack, NG, hatchcat, and reaver. So yeah, and we will be even using Wireshark to analyze data. So this is it for this lecture, and I've explained about what WPA and WPA2 cracking is. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let's take a look at how to crack WPS pin Wi-Fi protected setup. So involves exploiting vulnerabilities in the WPS protocol to gain access to a Wi-Fi network, and the process is using the reaver tool with a set of commands. So I have not enabled WPS on my router, and even though it is enabled, sometimes it just doesn't work, but I'll show you the working method you can follow. We will be facing a lot of errors when we try to attack a network, but yeah, let us give it a try. It might work for some people and it may not work for others, but yeah, let's go ahead and enable monitor mode. Okay, I have opened up two terminals. Close. Aero dump airmon ng. I think I just forgot the command for monitor mode. Yep, it's airmon ng start WLAN 0. Airmon ng start WLAN 0 is the chipset name, which will be changed to WLAN 0 mon. Just type iw config. So the monitor mode is turned on and the name is WLAN 0 mon. So these are the two commands which we'll be using to enable the WPS reaver. So yeah, the defensive measures against the WPS attacks are to disable the WPS pin because it is very weak and it can be easily cracked, and upgrading the router's firmware. So just go ahead and copy the wash I WLAN 0 mon and paste it here. Okay, just hit enter and you'll get a list of networks with WPS enabled. So yeah, it says we got the MAC address, it says virus, the channel is 6 and the lock is no, and the vendor, you can take a look at the vendor, and yeah, you can take a look at the power, or yeah, which is -21, which is not bad, and the ESSID is the name of the Wi-Fi. We have 3 Wi-Fi networks right here. So yeah, I'll press Ctrl C and end the scan, and you just can just copy the command right here and start attacking the Wi-Fi network. So reaver is one of the most commonly used tools for WPS pin attacks, and there's one more software called Bully, another tool which is similar to a reaver with some additional features. So yeah, go ahead and copy this. This is WLAN 0 and this is the BSSID. Control C and Control V. Okay, got it. And hit enter. And once you hit enter, it just starts the attack, and it just starts cracking it. And I think there has to be few clients connected to the network. So sometimes it works for some Wi-Fi's and sometimes it doesn't. It depends upon the WPS pin. And if we keep running the attack, the router may lock itself. So I'll just show you the working methods. You can just test it on your Wi-Fi. So these are the two commands which you will be using, and try to disable WPS pin on your Wi-Fi network because it can be easily cracked with different tools, and upgrade your router's firmware. Ensure your router's firmware is up to date. Manufacturers often release updates that fix vulnerabilities, including those related to WPS pin, and use strong passwords. Even if WPS pin is disabled, using a strong complex password can add another layer of security. And monitor network traffic. So regularly monitor your network for any unusual activity using network monitoring tools to detect unauthorized access or attempt. So yeah, this is how you crack the WPS pin. So we just need to wait for the attack. It just sometimes does not work, but for few networks, if the password is weak, it will work. And in the next video, let us try to take a look at how to capture the handshakes and how to crack a WPA2. Let's clear. In this video, let us take a look at capturing the handshake in WPA and WPA2. Capturing the handshake in WPA2 involves intercepting the four-way handshake process that occurs when a client device connects to a wireless network. This handshake is crucial as it contains the necessary information to authenticate the client and establish a secure connection using a shared key. An attacker typically uses tools like AeroDump-NG to monitor the network and capture this handshake. To force a handshake, the attacker might send deauthentication packets to disconnect an existing client, promoting it to reconnect and generate a new handshake. Once the handshake is captured, it can be used for offline dictionary attack or brute force attacks to guess the network's pre-shared key. This process highlights the importance of using strong complex passwords to mitigate the risk of WPA2 handshake capture and subsequent cracking attempt. So turn on your Linux machine and follow the commands. So I've written the commands in a notepad so that it will be very easy to start with. So you need to turn on your monitor mode using Airmon NG start WLAN 0. So here is the command to start the monitor mode. I've turned on the monitor mode. So just paste this to clipboard, and hit enter. So this is a targeted scan. This is the BSS ID of the Wi-Fi network, and we are using AeroDump software, and this is the channel 6. I'll be writing the file to test handshake, and our Wi-Fi card name is WLAN0mon. Hit enter. So it just shows us the list of the clients which are connected right here. If there are no clients connected, the handshake won't be performed. Let us wait for it to detect the clients. My phone is connected with this network, so we just need to wait for it so that the stations come up right here. So yeah, there is a client which is successfully connected, and you can take a look at the MAC address right here. So I'll just stop the attack for now, and I'll just copy this, or yeah, I could just copy this and open a new tab and paste it right here. Paste clipboard or paste selection. Okay, paste clipboard. The paste selection is not at all working. We just need to change the station ID to this 1EC4. 1EC4. This is a new client which is connected. 1EC4D0. 1E4D0, E41B, E41B. This is the device's MAC address, E41B92. And let us make sure if this works. So we'll be sending the authentication packets. We'll be sending just 4 deauthentication. Okay, we have successfully captured the handshake right here. So this is the handshake file. Once the handshake file is captured, it will be stored in your root directory where you can run brute force attacks against it or dictionary attacks. So I'll just close this for now and open up your terminal, or open up the root or the home folder. So here you have all of the test handshakes right here. So I have two handshakes right here, and ours is test handshake. Okay, we have 2 test handshakes, 1 and 2. I think there are 2 handshakes which are captured, and you can double click this and analyze all of this with Wireshark right here. So you can take a look at all of the details, the TP link and the devices which are connected. Most of the data is encrypted, but this is how you capture a handshake to start the brute force attack. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello everyone. In this video, let us take a look at creating and utilizing wordless dictionaries for ethical password testing. Creating a wordless dictionary involves generating a list of potential passwords or keywords that might be used for brute force attacks or password cracking. This process typically includes compiling common words, phrases, variations, and permutations that might be used in passwords, such as common dictionary words, combinations of names, dates, and other predictable patterns, and tools like Crunch and John the Ripper can be used to automate the creation of these wordless in Kali Linux, allowing the customization based on the target's potential password practices. So, ethical hackers use wordless dictionaries to test the strength of passwords by simulating attacks, helping to identify weak passwords that should be strengthened. This practice must be only done with explicit permission from the system owner to ensure legal and ethical compliance. So, as you know what a word list is, you can just turn on your Kali Linux operating system and open up Crunch or John the Reaper and start attacking or start creating the word list. So just search for Crunch. Yep. And you can hit on this or you can hit on Crunch and it opens up the terminal. Okay, I do have two terminals open up. I'll just close this. So this is the Crunch. And if you want to update this, I think it's updated to the latest version. You can just type in apt update Crunch, the apt command. So it's very easy to create a word list. So type cd desktop and hit you can just start creating a word list. Type crunch 3 and 4, and it will create a password between 3 and 4 letters with 3 and 4 letters. So you can take a look at all of the passwords it creates. But for a Wi-Fi attack, the passwords will be with all of the complicated special characters. It will include all of the special characters and complicated methods. So if you type cat, you'll get cat word list. You'll get all of the commands here, and it is around 4,74,555 number of passwords that are created. So you can take a look at the size. It's in bytes. So yep, I think we have, yeah, it'll be saved in your file or home directory, or we can just create a new folder on desktop like for Crunch and save it here. Okay, and cd crunch words. Okay, sorry, I need to create a PS folder. Okay, let us save all of the, just type ls and cd, type in crunch, copy selection, type. Okay, we are just not able to get into the folder. Let me try it again. Okay, we are successfully inside this. Okay, so you can just follow the commands, and if you want to include any kind of special characters, like just type in crunch and between 2 and 4, and include special characters like 1 2 3 4. Maybe the target might have all of these included in his password. You can just start guessing it. So he might include 1 2 3 4 a b c d e g and hit enter. So it will start creating you the password list, and you can use this for brute forcing and dictionary attacks, which will be very helpful and handy. So yeah, and it will be saved in your folder right here. So yep, and you can just start creating any kind of password. So let me just type crunch 5 and 5 letters, and T is to mention a pattern, and O is to save, and this will save it in crunch words. I don't know why it is not saving. Probably there might be a glitch. Or we have 5 words with all of the characters 1 2 3 A B, and this is the pattern. T is for the pattern, and it will start with A and end with B, and it will include 1 2 3 A B. Hit enter and it will start generating you the lines. And if you want to save it, you can just save it by mentioning the directory. I think, yep, we have the pattern word list right here. It did save. So it will end with it will start with A and end with B. So you can even set patterns based on the target preference if you have any idea about the target. So you have around 125 combinations of passwords. Yep, you have around 125 and 750 bytes. And if you want to save it, you can just type you crunch 2 and 4 A B C D E F G, and you can write it to root desktop password list.txt and hit, sorry, I just made a mistake. Hit enter and it will directly save in the directory. So yeah, it is this is how you create passwords, and I have written a command. Yep, it is here. So these are all of the characters, and you can even use ChatGPT to create a good password list and ask and use the power of AI to create a password list, which can be helpful in cracking any password or any Wi-Fi out there to test your skill. So I do have one more command which is crunch, which includes 8 letters. Basically, usually the passwords which are set might be around 6 or 8 or 10 based on the preference, and include all of the alphabets and numbers from 1 to 0. You can even add special characters like dollar symbol or at or and or yeah, anything you want to, and you just copy this text and paste it in your terminal and create the word list. So it is generating so many lines, and you can take a look at the size. So let me just end this process, but I will not do it. You can do this and start the penetration test. So yeah, this is how you can create a word list using crunch in Linux. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this lecture, let us take a look at how to crack WPA2 Wi-Fi protected access in Kali Linux. So open up your terminal and enable monitor mode. But before enabling monitor mode, I'll show you a set of commands. You can just take a screenshot of this or just write it down in your notepad so that it will be very handy, and you can just copy paste it on your terminal. So if you want to check the version of your Kali Linux, you can just use cat etc and os release, which gets you the version of your Kali Linux. So let me paste it, shift control V. I might have a version which is I might have the latest version, and you might have the version which is a bit old. So with the methods and the commands are same. If you have any doubt, you can just go ahead and Google or use ChatGPT for it. I have the 2024.2. So yeah, you can just check your version, or you can just use the apt-get update command to update your Linux machine. So just type iwdev to look at your wireless interface, which is WLAN 0, and the type is man8. So we need to go ahead and start our monitor mode, and type IP adder so that it gives you all of your details of the wireless network adapter you have connected to your Linux machine, which is WLAN 0. It's MAC address and the INET and other basic details. So then you just start your monitor mode using the airmon ng command. Airmon ng start WLAN 0 mon, which is your Wi-Fi card name. So in this video or in this lecture, I'll be okay. It says it does not exist. Okay, it's WLAN 0. Airmon ng start WLAN 0 and hit enter. So it just kills all the all the other processes so that it doesn't interfere with our network. So in this video we'll be using a brute force attack. So for brute force attack, the password has to be in the list which we will be using. If the password does not exist in the list, it just does not crack. That is one of the main disadvantage of using a dictionary attack. Then we just need to give a targeted scan and write all the files in the Wi-Fi capture folder. So the file name is Wi-Fi capture and the channel is 6, and this is the MAC address, BSS ID, and this is our Wi-Fi card name. So I'll just copy this, and I'll just paste it in the terminal. We just need a targeted scan. I have already performed a scan, and let me delete all of my old files. Okay, we are good to go. I'll just paste it here. But before pasting it, you just take a screenshot of all of the commands and write it down. So after running the targeted scan, so I'll just paste it here, paste clipboard, and I'll hit enter, so that once we are in monitor mode using the wireless external card. So let us just run a targeted scan, and looks like there is one client connected, which is my laptop. So yeah, open up a new tab and copy the airplay ng command. So we have to send deauthentication packets to capture the handshake file. So press paste clipboard, and once we have pasted the MAC address of the targeted device, the client which is connected to the targeted network. This is my laptop's MAC address, and this is the BSS ID of the target network, and we will be sending around 100 deauthentication packets so that we capture the handshake file right here, so that it says the handshake is already captured, but I just don't know where it's captured. Okay, it says the handshake is already captured, but I just did not run the attack. And okay, let us do it again. I'll hit enter. Once I hit enter, my laptop will get successfully disconnected, and we will be sending deauthentication packets, and there will be a handshake captured, but I don't know for what reason the handshake is already captured here, so that we get all of the data right here. So we have all of the Wi-Fi captured files here. So this is the main file which we will be using to crack it. So my Wi-Fi has been successfully disconnected from the laptop. Once the handshake file has been captured, press Ctrl C to end it, to end the deauth attack. So the handshake is successfully captured. After this, you just need to type ls and list out the number of files. So this is our main file, and we just need to type Wireshark Wi-Fi capture 1 cap to analyze the data. Paste clipboard and hit enter, so that Wireshark opens up. Once Wireshark is opened, you just can type epoll and analyze the analyze the data. Just copy this command. I've written all of the commands, so it will be very helpful, and I can explain it in a more better fashion. Just type epoll and search. So we have the 8021x authentication right here. and you can take a look at all of the information like the key information and the WPA key, which is encrypted, and all of the data mostly here is encrypted between the clients because it is using WPA2 encryption, and it is all encrypted in HTTPS. So yeah, so once we get the handshake file, we just will stop the So we'll just stop the monitor mode for now. It paste to clipboard, and we'll just stop the monitor mode, and yeah, wait for our chipset to connect to the internet. So yep, it is successfully connected. Type iwdev and make sure it is in managed. Yep, we are good to go. It is in managed. So just type search word list. Okay, I'll just hit cancel and go to the top left corner right here, and so Kali Linux comes with many number of word lists which are already there in Kali Linux. Just type word lists and hit enter, and you can take a look at the different word list Kali Linux has. So double click, and this opens up, and you just need to extract the rocku.txt. It will give you a command asking you that you can just press Y, and the rocku.txt will get extracted from the rocku.txt.gz. Then you just need to use the rocku.txt and make sure that you just need to make sure that the password is present in that file. So just hit paste, select paste to clipboard, and we are using aircrackng to crack the handshake capture file. Our handshake capture file is Wi-Fi capture 01.cap. So the rocku.txt is present in user, share, word lists, and rocku.txt. So you can go ahead to the file system. You can go ahead inside the user folder. You can go to share. You can scroll down where you'll get the word lists file. Yep, here we have word list. So rocku.txt, I think rocku.txt is around 133 MIB, and it is so many bytes. So yeah, you just hit open, and it will take a while to open the file because it has a lot of text in it, and let's just wait for it to open. So the Wi-Fi adapter might scan for 2 gigahertz and 4 gigahertz, and it is based on the the capability of the Wi-Fi card. So the document is opening. Let's wait for it to open. Okay, once it is opened, only if the Wi-Fi password is present in this set of words, or in this set, it will get cracked. If it is not present in this set, it just does not crack the password. So that is one of the disadvantage in brute force or dictionary attack. So let me just give it a try and hit enter. So it says 0.8%. It says 1 hour left. So let it run for a while, or let it run for 1 hour. So it will try all the combinations of encryption, and it will try to crack the password. So if you're lucky, it might work. So if you're not lucky, it just won't work. So for testing purposes, I just changed the password to SpongeBob, and let us see if it cracks. So yeah, I'll just wait. So if it cracks, the password is present. If it does not crack, you can use different kind of word list. You have DNS map, or you can create your own word list, and you can just start the dictionary or the brute force attack. So you have so many other word lists right here. You can keep trying all of them. So it says 4 minutes and 20 seconds started. Okay, I'll just pause the video and get back once it's cracked. So yeah, this is how you do it. So we just finished around 2%, but it will take a lot of time to crack password, and it has to try all the combinations. But I have gone ahead and changed my Wi-Fi password in the TP-Link router settings. I just kept SpongeBob. I think it'll take some time for it to figure it out. So I think it won't be updated. I think the password won't be updated in the TP-Link, but for testing purposes, you just can change your password to 12345 or SpongeBob or something else which is present in the raw queue text, or you can just type password as password and try to run this attack. So yeah, this is how you use dictionary or brute force attack, and yeah, this is how you crack a WPA2 password. And I'll see you in the next video. Let us take a look at Phone Wi-Fi Cracker, a tool for wireless network security testing. Phone Wi-Fi Cracker is a security auditing and penetration testing tool designed to find and exploit vulnerabilities in wireless networks. It is used primarily to identify and crack Wi-Fi passwords, allowing penetration testers to gain unauthorized access to a network. The tool can detect and display access points, clients, and the corresponding encryption types such as WEP, WPA, and WPA2. Once a target is identified, Phone Wi-Fi Cracker attempts to perform various attacks, including dictionary and brute force, to crack the password. While powerful for testing network security, its use is legally restricted to authorized security audits and penetration testing engagements only. So, turn on your Kali Linux mission and let's start to use Phone Wi-Fi Cracker. So I've turned on the Phone Wi-Fi Cracker from the top left corner. Go ahead and search Phone Wi-Fi Cracker. I'm in my root account, so it has the root written right here. So double click on it and wait for 2 seconds. It will open. So this is the interface of Phone Wi-Fi Cracker, and it just asks if you need a professional version, and hit no. I don't want a professional version now. So to use this, you will need to be connected to your Wi-Fi card, which is Etheros external Wi-Fi card, which supports monitor mode. So with this attack, you'll know how important a Wi-Fi password is. So the length of the Wi-Fi password should be at least 10 to 15 letters or 20 digits long, and it should be filled with special characters and numbers and all of such codes, and it should be filled with upper and lower case, both the alphabets, so that it will be very difficult to crack. So once you select the WLAN 0 interface, it just goes ahead and enables the monitor mode automatically. So this is just a graphical user interface without using the terminal. So hit on scan for access points. So it will go ahead and scan all of the networks around us. So I have already enabled the monitor mode. In this video, we will be taking a look at how to use the software, but I will not be cracking my password. You can go ahead and try to run the word list on your Wi-Fi. If you double click here, it shows which kind of attacks you want to try, and it shows the specific channels. It says WLAN 0 mode activated monitor mode. Automatic scan to all channels is default without X term. So it says us to specify certain channels. Hit OK, and you can take a look at the WPA and the WEP. Wi-Fi equivalent privacy is enabled by none of the Wi-Fi's around. Even I have disabled WEP, which is very bad which is very the encryption is very weak. So it says 150 detected, and key entries is where you get the password. So key database, no entry is detected. I'll just double click on this, and here are the list of Wi-Fi's. I'll select my Wi-Fi right here. It gives us all of the details like virus. It gives us BSSID, channel 6, power, which is -65, not bad. Encryption is WPA, supports WPS, but I have disabled WPS in my router settings. So yeah, you just need to select the word list, hit on browse, go to other location, go to computer, go to user. So this will only work if there is the password which is present in the word list, and this does not work if the password is not present in the word list. Click on word list and click on rawq.txt, but I have created my word list recently. So this word list has just one password, which is my password. So if I use this word list, it will definitely crack, but I'll try to use the rocky.txt. It won't crack, but this is just for the testing purposes, for the video purposes only. So once I hit attack, it goes ahead and sends the deauthentication package to capture the handshake, and it successfully and it will start the brute force encryption or the dictionary attack. Let us hit attack, and this is the clients which are connected. I have selected E2 A544. I think this is my phone, so I'll hit attack, and it's and the attack has been started. So it is sending deauthentication packets. So my phone is currently connected to the Wi-Fi, and once it captures the handshake, it will run the dictionary file against the handshake, and the password will be written here. So this is how you use a phone Wi-Fi cracker against clients, and make sure that you do not use this attack on any other Wi-Fi. So let us wait for it to happen. And yeah, so it has to deauthenticate. The last time I tried to run the attack, it was successful. So I've been playing a YouTube video on my phone. So this is my phone's MAC address. So I'll just hit pause and get back once the attack is done. So yeah, we are facing an error here, but it might work for you. So this is how you perform the attack. The last time I tried to use the dictionary attack, it worked. Okay, yep, it is working. So the clients need the clients should be connected to the Wi-Fi network in order for it to capture the handshake. So if the password is present in the rocky.txt, it will be cracked. So you can take a look at the speed. It is trying all of the passwords, but my password is not present in the rocky.txt, so I have created a separate word list with just one password. So I just tried it, and it worked last time. So it will try all of the passwords. So the handshake is captured where the client was connected. So this is the client's MAC address. I don't know which phone is connected. So yeah, so it all depends upon the word list type. So yeah, if the password is present inside the word list, it goes ahead and cracks, and the key will be stored in the key database. It says no entries. So you can use different kind of word lists, or you can prepare your own word list using Crunch or any GitHub tool out there, or you can use ChatGPT and ask it to prepare word lists for you. So yeah, I'll just stop the attack for now. So there has to be clients connected, and the client should be using a certain application which needs internet connection to capture the handshake. So I'll hit stop, I'll hit cancel, and if you want the key, if you crack the key successfully, it will be stored in the database. It says access point is the name, MAC address, it shows the encryption, the key, and the channel. The key is the most important thing. So yeah, this is how you use phone Wi-Fi hacker to crack a key. I recommend you not to use this against any other Wi-Fi's which you do not have permission to. I'll see you in the next video. In this lecture, let us take a look at how to configure wireless security settings to secure your network. Securing a wireless network is essential to protect sensitive data and prevent unauthorized access. And here's a detailed guide on how to configure wireless security settings effectively. The first point is change default SSID and password. So SSID, the service set identifier, SSID is the name of your Wi-Fi network. Change it from default to something unique, but avoid using personal information. And password, use a strong password with a mix of letters, numbers, and special characters. Avoid common phrases or easily guessable information. And enable WPA3 encryption protocol. Use WPA3, Wi-Fi Protected Access 3, the latest and most secure encryption protocol out there. If your router does not support WPA3, you can always use WPA2 is the best option. And avoid WEP and WPA because they are outdated and vulnerable to most of the attacks. So you can go ahead and disable WEP, WPA, and WPS. So, and the third point we have is disable WPS, Wi-Fi protected setup. And so WPS is known for its vulnerabilities and can be exploited by attackers to gain access to your network. So how to find is that find the WPS settings on your router's admin page and disable it. So use a guest network, isolate guest devices from your main network to limit access to sensitive information. Configuration, enable the guest network feature and set a different SSID and strong password for it. Ensure that guests cannot access your main network. And enable MAC filtering. So MAC filtering allows only specific devices to be connected to your network by adding the MAC addresses to the wish list. So find the MAC filtering option in your router settings page, enable it and add the MAC address of your trusted devices. Reduce the Wi-Fi range. So reducing the Wi-Fi range will help to limit the physical range of your wireless signal to prevent unauthorized access from outside your premises. So decrease the transmission power in your router advanced wireless settings column. So you can go to I think 2.4 gigahertz, or yeah, from 5 to 2.4, and use a strong admin password to prevent unauthorized access to your router's configuration settings page, and change the default admin password to something unique. So the SSID is secure my network. This is just an example. The password is a strong password with two capital words, uppercase words with special character and 0 and exclamatory mark. And security mode is set to WPA3 personal. WPS is disabled. Guest network is enabled. SSID for guest network is guest network. Guest password is guest password, and MAC filtering is enabled. Allow MAC addresses. There are two MAC addresses, for example. The transmission power is 50%, and admin password is filled with special characters, so it is changed. So by implementing these wireless security settings, you can significantly enhance the security of your network, making it more resilient against unauthorized access and cyber threat. So once you do this, head over to your router settings. Yep. Head over to Firefox and head over to the IP address. But before heading over to this address, you will need to be connected to your Wi-Fi network. Only then you can access the router configuration setting page. So type 192.168.0.1, and so I'm using a AC750 wireless dual band router. The model, you can take a look at the model. So if you just type admin, you can go ahead and change your Wi-Fi password. You can disable WEP and WPS pin and enable WPA2, or if it supports WPA3, you can go ahead and do that. So hit enter. You will be logged into your admin page, and the main thing is that you'll need to disable or change your username from admin to something else, whichever you like to, because admin is very guessable, and once if the attacker gets connected to your network, he can open the router page and he can change the password, so which will be very risky. So yeah, go ahead and do all of the steps which I said, which will secure your network. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let us understand about post-connection Wi-Fi attacks. So post-connection Wi-Fi attacks occur once an attacker has successfully connected to a wireless network, allowing them to exploit vulnerabilities in the network and its connected devices. So these attacks can include MITM, man-in-the-middle attacks, where the attacker intercepts and potentially alters communication between devices, and ARP spoofing, which tricks devices into sending data to the attacker instead of the intended recipient. So other tactics involves DNS spoofing to redirect users to malicious websites and exploit weaknesses in networks protocols to gain unauthorized access to sensitive information. To mitigate these risks, it is essential to implement strong encryption such as WPA3 and WPA2 AES, regularly update the firmware and software, use strong passwords, and employ network monitoring tools to detect and respond to malicious activity. So now let us take a look at the types of post-connection Wi-Fi attacks. So we have MITM, man in the middle attacks. So attacks in MITM attack, the attacker intercepts the communication between two devices on the same network. By positioning themselves between the devices, they can capture, alter, or inject data in the communication stream. This type of attack can lead to data breaches, unauthorized access, and further exploitation of sensitive information. And ARP spoofing, ARP, address resolution protocol. Spoofing involves sending falsified ARP messages to the local network. This tricks devices into associating to the attacker's MAC addresses with the IP address of a legitimate device. As a result, data intended for the legitimate device is instead sent to the attacker. ARP spoofing can facilitate MITM attacks, denial of service attacks, and session hijacking. So what is DNS spoofing? So DNS spoofing or DNS cache positioning involves altering the DNS records in a network cache to redirect traffic to the malicious sites. This can lead to phishing attacks where users unknowingly enter sensitive information into fraudulent websites. It can also be used to spread malware or to disrupt network services. And next we have session hijacking. So in session hijacking, the attacker takes over an active session between the user and the network or the service, and he gains the control of it. By capturing session cookies or session tokens, the attacker can gain unauthorized access to the user's account without needing their login credentials, and he can steal the data. So this can result in data theft, unauthorized transaction, and further system compromise. So next we have exploiting network protocols. Weaknesses in network protocols such as outdated encryption methods or improperly configured security settings can be exploited by attackers, such as, for example, exploiting vulnerabilities in WP and WPA2 protocols through brute force and dictionary attacks can give attackers unauthorized access, and he can read the data or decrypt the data, decrypt the HTTPS data, and analyze the data through Wireshark. This can lead to further attacks on connected devices and data interpretation. And next we have the conclusion part. So post-connection Wi-Fi attacks pose significant threats to network security, but understanding the mechanisms and implementing robust defense strategies can mitigate these risks. By adopting strong encryption, regular updates, strong passwords, network monitoring, and segmentation, organizations can safeguard their networks against these sophisticated attacks. Staying informed about the latest threats and continuously improving the security measures is essential to maintaining a secure and resilient network environment. So you have to turn on your NAT network whenever you're using the Kali Linux. Open up your virtual box and go to network and make sure you are connected to the NAT network. So NAT, the full form is Network Address Transition, is a service that enables private IP networks to use the internet and cloud. So once you have enabled this, you can just go ahead and connect your wireless card to the Kali Linux and start your man in the middle and ARP spoofing and denial of service attack. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. In this video, let us take a look at discovering clients using NetDiscover. Discovering clients using NetDiscover. So NetDiscover is a network reconnaissance tool used to identify active hosts on a local network by sending ARP, address resolution protocol requests. NetDiscover scans the network to discover the connected devices and their corresponding IP and MAC addresses. The tool is particularly useful in environments where DHCP is used, as it can detect devices that have dynamically obtained IP addresses. NetDiscover operates in both passive and active modes, allowing users to either listen for ARP requests passively or actively, send ARP requests to probe the network. The results provide a comprehensive list of connected clients, helping network administrators manage and secure their networks by identifying unauthorized devices and monitoring network activity. So, NetDiscover is already pre-installed in Kali Linux. So turn on your Kali Linux machine and open up your terminal. Make sure that your external Wi-Fi card is connected and type iwconfig WLAN 0 is the name of your Wi-Fi card. So it just gives you the IP address, or type ifconfig WLAN 0, where we get the inet. This is our IP address. 192.168.0.109 is our IP address. So after this, you just have to type netdiscover I and type a wireless card interface name and type the IP address and type 24. So we will scan IP addresses which have ranged from 1 to 24. So paste to clipboard. So NetDiscover just shows us the number of clients which are connected to our Wi-Fi. So I have one client connected, and it even shows the MAC addresses of the client. So you can take a look at captured ARP requests from two hosts. So I have two devices connected. You can take a look at the IP, the MAC address, the count, and the MAC vendor or the host name, which is one is TP-Link and the second one is MicroStar. So you can get all of the details you want from NetDiscover. So this helps in information gathering regarding the client or which devices you need to attack. So once you have the IP address, you can IP address and MAC address of that particular device. It might be a phone, a laptop, or a tablet. You can start you can start a customized or a specific attack against the target and know its vulnerabilities, and you can fix them also. So it's continuously sending packets, and the size is increasing. So there are two devices which are connected to my Wi-Fi. So this is how you gather information using NetDiscover if you have any clients connected to the network. In this video, let us take a look at how to use ZenMap for information gathering. So ZenMap is the official graphical user interface for Nmap, a GUI, a powerful network scanning tool included in Kali Linux. It simplifies the process of performing network reconnaissance by providing an intuitive interface for configuring and executing scans. So ZenMap allows users to discover hosts, open ports, services and their versions, as well as detect operating systems and potential vulnerabilities. The tool supports a wide range of scanning techniques including TCP, UDP, SYN and ICMP scans to ensure true network exploration. ZenMap also includes advanced features like network topology mapping and scriptable interactions using Nmap Script Engine (NSE), which is the Nmap scripting engine. These features enable detailed analysis and automated detection of security issues. So ZenMap's ability to save and compare scan results helps administrators track in the network over time, aiding in continuous security monitoring. So overall, ZenMap enhances the usability of Nmap, making it accessible for both novice and experienced users to effectively gather and analyze network information. So once you have understood what Nmap and what Nmap does, is that it just gives you the detailed information of the clients which are connected in the network. So you just need to install ZenMap, because sometimes, or in some of the Kali Linux versions, or basically in Kali Linux, ZenMap doesn't come installed. So I have written a few set of commands right here. So just type in apt install ZenMap kbx. You can just copy this and paste it in the terminal, paste to clipboard and hit enter and press Y to install it. So after installing ZenMap, you can just open it right here. And I need to give you a disclaimer. You just cannot run or collect the details of the Wi-Fi networks which you do not own. And so because it gives you some of the details like the IP address, the MAC addresses, and even the operating systems which it is running on. So after this, you just need to type ifconfig, and you'll need to take the IP address of your wireless network card, which is 192.168.0.109, and paste it right in ZenMap. So this is how ZenMap looks. Or you can just search for ZenMap right here on your Firefox, where ZenMap official cross-platform Nmap security scanner, which has a graphical user interface. So hit on it, and you can take a look at the screenshots right here. So ZenMap is the official Nmap scanner. It is a multi-platform Linux, Windows, Mac OS, and BSD. So you can even install ZenMap on Windows and start your scans on open ports. So it is a very beginner friendly, and it has a graphical user interface. So Nmap is network mapper. So you can just paste your IP address right here in the target, and you can start your scan. So copy this, paste it here, and you can select the different types of scans. You can select the intent scan, the regular, the quick scan, and the quick plus scan, but we will be choosing the intent scan in the start. So if you hit scan, you will get the list of IP addresses and the open ports, which are present in the network. So you can look at the host and the services. So you can look at the time zone, and it says scanning completed. So you will just need to wait, and you'll get the set of detail. I'll just cancel the scan, and we'll go ahead to quick scan, and let us see the different types of scan results that Nmap gives us. You can get the operating system, you can get the MAC address. So we just got many, like 4 open ports, and you got the MAC address, and it says TP-Link Technologies. And we got, I think this is my laptop's MAC address, Microstar Intel. So we just got 2 devices. So you can take a look at the open ports. Let me expand this session for you. Okay, here are the services. HTTP. So if you have HTTPS, it is more encrypted. You just cannot use Wireshark and analyze the data. So you just get a set of details here after starting Nmap. You get the ports, you get the state, which is open, you get the service SSH encryption, and there are 2 devices which are connected. So you have one more scan, call this quick scan plus. I'll hit scan. So in this, you even get the operating system of the devices which are connected to the network. So yeah, let's take a look at it. You just need to wait for it to start. Hit scan. Okay, it is starting. So yeah, Nmap just gave me the results after like 20 seconds. So you can take a look at even the operating system. There is Linux running. Here we have the Windows, Microsoft Windows. You have the OS information. You have the different ports. So you can use all of this, and you can run targeted attacks on that particular devices, and you can download scripts or a malware and attack that and run the attack on the target network and test if it works. So you have the OS detail, you have OSCPE running, you have the network distance, you have the service info, it says Microsoft, and device type general purpose. You have the MAC address. Okay, you have 2 MAC addresses, and yeah, so we have all of the details which are being collected from the open port. So this is how you gather data from Nmap. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome. In this video, let us take a look at understanding ARP poisoning in Kali Linux. So ARP poisoning, also known as ARP spoofing, is a technique used to intercept network traffic on a local network. In Kali Linux, this can be achieved using tools like EtherCap, which allows attackers to send falsified ARP messages to associate their MAC address with the IP address of another device. The deception causes network traffic intended for the legitimate IP address to be redirected to the attacker's device. Once the attacker successfully intercepts the traffic, they can monitor, alter, or block the data being transmitted. So ARP poisoning is often used to facilitate MITM man-in-the-middle attacks, where the attackers can eavesdrop on communications or inject malicious data. To execute ARP poisoning, an attacker typically needs to be on the same subnet as the target, making it a common threat in LAN's local area network. Defending against ARP poisoning involves implementing security measures such as static ARP entries using secure protocols like HTTPS, where HTTPS is Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure and all of the data will be encrypted, and employing network security tools that can detect and prevent ARP spoofing. So understanding ARP poisoning and its implications is crucial for network administrators to protect their data from such malicious activities. So here is an image where you can understand the ARP poisoning or spoofing, where we are in the middle of the victim and the network. So the router thinks that we are the victim or we are the users, and it sends the data to us, and the victim thinks we are the router and it sends the data to us. So we are in the middle, and all of the data will be captured by us, and we can analyze all of the data with Wireshark, from which we can gather useful information like website passwords, although all of it will be encrypted by HTTPS, but there are few methods for decryption. And there are basically very less sites with HTTP encryption. If you log into Facebook, it is already encrypted. If you log into your Gmail account, it is encrypted. So what is the use of this attack? But we can gather useful insights from this and analyze the data and their login pages. Like when they log in into their Twitter account, Facebook account, you can get their email and password, but if it is HTTPS, it will be encrypted. But for few sites like which has HTTP encryption, you can easily get the Gmail and password. So we will be in the middle of the router and the victim. So this is called a man in the middle attack. So once the victim presses enter with his Gmail and password, you will get the data in your logs in your Kali Linux terminal or whichever ethercap or any other software you're trying to attack. So this is a post connection attack. You can only do this once you are connected with the router. So this is not a pre-connection attack. Pre-connection attacks are attacking a Wi-Fi before you entering into it. So this is a post-connection attack, helps in gathering data, and it helps in further sophisticated or personalized attacks. So this is just a basic image of you to understand what ARP poisoning looks like. And in the next video, let us take a look at ARP poisoning and MITM in a detailed manner. So I'll see you in the next video. Let us take a look at ARP poisoning using ARP spoof. So this is my Windows host machine, and I need to type PowerShell and open up the PowerShell or your CMD. So we will be attacking this machine from our virtual box, which is Kali Linux. So yeah, or you can turn on your search for CMD right here, and you can even run it to your administrator, or you can just run it in the normal guest mode also. So you can use PowerShell or CMD and type ipconfig, the same command which we'll use in Kali Linux, and you'll get a set of information. You'll get your Ethernet adapter Ethernet, and you'll get your IPv4 Internet Protocol version 4 address, which is 192.168.0.108 is my IP address. So you'll just need to take a note of that in your Kali Linux machine. So and follow the set of commands, and you just need to type ARP spoof, ARPA, type ARPA and hit enter, so that you'll get a bunch of information right here. Okay, so you'll get your interface, and you'll get the physical MAC address, which is 34E894FA22E1, and it says type is dynamic, and you'll get the IP address 192.168.0.1. So you just open up your terminal for now, and if you face any kind of errors in your Kali Linux mission, you just need to update your mission. Use the sudo apt full upgrade in your terminal and run it. And after that, I'll just copy this. I'll just paste it here in my terminal, and even you do the same, so that the attack runs smoothly. And yeah, I'll just copy this, type out spoof I, and mention your wireless interface WLAN 0 and -t, and mention the IP address of the victims, and you mentioned the IP address again. So this is the same IP address, we have it here. So it is 192.168.0.108, and this is the interface 192.168.0.1. So do check your system's IP address and paste it in your terminal. Shift Control V to paste it. So, and I'll press new tab and just interchange the IP. You just type 192.168.0.1 here, and type 192.168 and .0.108 here, and copy this, and we just need to do the IP forwarding after this, and you need to run both of them together. Hit enter, so the attack starts, and hit enter, and open a new tab, and just paste the IP forwarding. Copy, Shift Control V, type echo 1, and you just paste this right here, and type iwconfig wlan 0, so you will get your MAC address right here, or type ifconfig wlan 0, so you will be replacing this MAC address in this. So you just type ARPA again, and so the MAC address will be changed. So it's the same, we have successfully changed the MAC address. So all of the traffic which goes from the devices, we can take a look at it, and we can sniff it through Wireshark. So this is how you change and start a man in the middle attack. So we have successfully connected, and we are in the middle of the router and the victim. So we can take a look at all of the data. So you can take a look at this. We have the same IP address right here. So it's 00117F1B6C and 29 in the dynamic. And you can take a look at the old MAC address, which is 34E8 is my router's MAC address. So yeah, we have successfly done the attack. So if you just press Ctrl C, it just stopped. This is cleaning up and re-arping target. So yeah, you go ahead and press Ctrl C here also, and once this is done, type clear, and you just type ARPA again right here, and it will be back to its original IP, which is 34E894FA22E8. So yeah, you can take a look at this. So I've just stopped the attack right here. So this is how you do ARP spoofing in Kali Linux. In this video, let us take a look at how to perform man-in-the-middle attack using Ettercap. Ettercap is a well-known network security tool used for network sniffing, man-in-the-middle attacks, and other network-related tasks. So it's commonly used by network administrators and security professionals to analyze and troubleshoot network issues as well as to test network security. So you need to note down all of your IP addresses before we start the etcap and man in the middle attack. So open up your PowerShell, search for PowerShell, and just type ipconfig and hit enter. So you will get the IP address right here. I have my IP address, which is IPv4 address 192.168.0.108, and you have to type arpa, and you have the MAC address right here, which is type is dynamic, and this is my MAC address. So I have to take a note of these, and yeah, good to go. So turn on your Kali Linux mission and search for etcap. Okay, so I encourage you not to perform this attacks if you don't have the permission to do it, and to just do it in your system with your own lab setup, because it is illegal to do packet sniffing and scanning, and I am not responsible if you do it. We have to stay within our limits and boundaries. So type iwconfig wlan 0 ifconfig wlan 0. So you'll get our MAC address and you'll get the IP address. So we just need to note down the MAC address right here, which is 6C29. We'll remember the last 4 digits. So after this, you just go to search. You hit on sniffing and spoofing. Start your etcap. So etcap can do network sniffing, man in the middle attack, ARP spoofing, DNS spoofing, and packet filtering analysis. So select WLAN 0. So both the system and the Kali Linux operating machine is connected to one Wi-Fi. So there's no need to attack. There's no need to enable bridge sniffing. So this is what etcap graphical user interface looks like, and hit the tick mark so that the attack starts, and it just starts to scan. Once the scanning is started, you can just hit search for hosts, and it will start searching for hosts. And remember, if you're conducting a real penetration testing, if you hit on the search, there are chances that you might get caught. So you just need to be more anonymous, and it says 5 hosts added. So my laptop and my computer and few other devices are connected to the Wi-Fi, and even the host operating machine, which is Windows, is connected to the Wi-Fi through a Ethernet cable. So just hit on show host, and you just need to add a target 1 and target 2. So this is our IP address right here. You just saw it here. So which is 192.168 0.108. So you just add this to target 1, and you select this and add it to target 2. Once it is added, you can just go ahead and start the MITM attack. Hit on the globe symbol in the top right corner, and it says ARP poisoning, and hit ARP poisoning, and operational parameters, sniff remote connection, just leave it in the default selected manner and hit OK. Once you hit OK, it just starts the MITM attack. So go ahead to your PowerShell, your Windows host operating machine, and check if we have changed the MAC address and we are in the middle of the router. So yeah, we have our MAC address right here, which is 6C29, which we remembered the last 4 digits. So whichever traffic we search for in the machine, that we can take a look at the traffic, and we can sniff. So to analyze the packets and to look at the packets and the data, open up your Wireshark and select WLAN 0 and hit on start scanning. But before that, I'll just open up my Google Chrome, and if you search for anything on Google Chrome, it will be recorded here, but it will mostly be recorded in the HTTPS manner. Hit start. So the MITM attack has been started. Okay, there's a lot of data which is going on. You can take a look at the data. You can take a look at the transmission control protocol. You can take a look at the IPv4 and the ETH. You can take a look at the source ID right here. And if I search for any HTTP websites, so the network will be very slow. If your network is very fast while performing attacks, you can just search for any HTTP websites, or you can just log in into your Gmail account and enter your mail ID within the lab. So if you enter your mail ID, it will be recorded in Wireshark. And let us apply a search filter, type ARP and hit enter, where you will get only the ARP request. So once we get the ARP request, you can take a look at the protocol, and you can take a look at the MAC address and take a look at the sender's MAC address. It is sending it to us, so we can take a look at all of the data here. So if a guy tried to log in, if the victim tries to log in into Facebook or Gmail, but that does not work because it is HTTPS and it is encrypted, the data packets are encrypted. But if he tries to log in into a HTTP website, that data can be analyzed in Wireshark and it can be seen here. The mail and the password can be seen right here. So yeah, and whenever I try to perform the man in the middle attack, the websites tend to load slowly. So yeah, if it works for you, just search for websites for HTTP websites and try to give a test email or a temporary email. Create a temp email and try to log in, and that data will be recorded in Wireshark. So this is how you perform MITM attack in Kali Linux and sniff the data. So to stop the MITM, just hit on this button right here, and it just stops the MITM attack for you. And the IP will be, and the MAC address will be restored here, and you can check it with the ARPA command. So I'll see you in the next video. Hello everyone. In this video, let us take a look at Wireshark, basic overview in Kali Linux. So Wireshark is a powerful and widely used network protocol analyzer available in Kali Linux. It allows users to capture and interactively browse the traffic running on a computer network in real time. And Wireshark provides detailed insights into network protocols, packet structures, and data flows, making it an essential tool for network troubleshooting, security analysis, and forensic investigations. The tool supports a wide range of protocols, enabling users to filter, analyze, and dissect packets to identify potential users or suspicious activity. Wireshark's user-friendly interface includes various features such as customizable filters, color coding, and comprehensive packet information, allowing for in-depth examination of captured data. Through the customizable filters, you can set your packets into layers, or through color coding you can get a detailed information of that particular packet, and you can differentiate between many packets. But Wireshark is not, you cannot attack with Wireshark, but you can analyze network with Wireshark, you can monitor network, and you can investigate potential security breaches from the network analyzer and the packet tool. However, due to its availability to capture sensitive information, it should be used responsibly and ethically, especially on networks where privacy and confidentiality are paramount. Understanding the basic functions of Wireshark is crucial for anyone involved in network security and management. So once you understood what Wireshark is, turn on your Kali Linux and you need to start your man in the middle attack. Once you start your man in the middle attack, you can go ahead and I have just started man in the middle, but I need to add clients. So host list, and this is my client 1, add target 1, and this is my client 2. Even my Samsung phone is connected to the Wi-Fi, and few other devices are connected, but this is my target 2, and I just need to start the attack. Hit on ARP poisoning and hit OK. Once the attack is started, you can then open Wireshark through your terminal, or you can just open it from top left corner. Type Wireshark. You'll always have Wireshark installed in Kali Linux. So once you open Wireshark, you will get this kind of graph here, which shows that there is some kind of user information, and from this you can just analyze all of the data packets. So you can take a look at the different network cards. You have ETH0 and WLAN 0, where there is some kind of graph going up and down, or you can take a look at the address and it says no capture filters. And let me just open up Google Chrome and search for YouTube. But when I start man in the middle attack, my network just does not work. Probably if you start attacking my phone, it might work. So it just loads a bit slowly. Let me open up Gmail. If you open up two tabs, it might be a bit slow. And let me go for my mail. So there will be a spike here, and you can double click or hit start capturing. So these are the different kinds of data you will capture. I know you're not understanding anything at all, and this is the time slot which you can see. So there's a lot of data which is going here, and once you start your man in the middle attack, your IP address is changed. Right here you can open up PowerShell and look at ARPA, so that your IP address will be changed to 6C and 29. Open up your terminal and type iwconfig wlan 0 or ifconfig wlan 0 00117f1b 6c29. You can take a look at that. We are in the middle of the router and the phone, so the router thinks we are the client, so we can take a look at all of the information and take a look at the time slot. Just type ARP here. You will get the different ARP requests and you will get the details. You can remove this and you can specify the particular IP. So yep, if you type in the details, or if you just search for HTTPS websites and log in into a website. I'm sorry, I think I just typed HTTPS. We just need to type HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, but it is not secure. Login page. Okay, let it load. Okay, when I start this attack, it just does not work. We have a page called VULN web. Such a weird name. So you just log in, and once you log in, you'll get all of the details right here in your EtherCap. So if you get the details, you can start using the details for your benefits. But we are ethical hackers and we do not do anything for our benefit. We just need to do it for the testing purpose, to show the world or the clients that how unsafe it is to use the HTTP. But if some websites are HTTPS, you can do the SSL stripping and remove the HTTPS. So to check if you have HTTPS, you can take a look at the connection is secure, and for HTTP the connection will not be secure. So you can take a look at the site data. So it says not secure. Yep, you can take a look at this. Your connection to the site is not secure. You should not enter any sensitive information on this site, for example passwords, cookies, or credit cards, because it can be stolen by attackers, and we are the attacker. So it will be stolen here. It will be saved in EtherCap, and you can analyze all of the data with Wireshark. Take a look at the time, source, destination, protocol, length, and info. So let this website load. But if I start a MIPM with my computer, it just does not work. I need to start a MIPM attack on my phone IP address. So this is a PHP site. Okay, let us give it a okay. Finally the website loaded. Test Kali Linux. This might work or it may not work. Okay, let us just Kali Linux. Okay, there we go. hit login, and let us check if we got please use the name sign up. Okay, or let us just sign up with the test test. uh okay, it says test one. Okay, I think we got an error, or it's trying to log in. I'll click on never. MKE we have, I think it should be captured here, or it has to be captured on your Linux machine, on your Wireshark. Our protocol detect. Okay, it will be captured right here in your Ethercap. So you should never use the sites which are not secure, and make sure you have HTTPS enabled. And sometimes the hackers will try to strip your HTTPS with the SSL stripping, with the man in the middle attack. So make sure that you're always logged into secure sites, so that you don't just give away your data to the hackers. So I think you just got a basic overview about Ethercap and Wireshark, and I'll see you in the next video.